Mm-mm. I am a ghost. A ghost. Go to bed. Gotta get a quick little reset in real quick. Real quick. I'm tired. I'll probably do like an hour and a half on this thing. Get off this thing about 9 o'clock. A little bit of tiredness. A little bit of tiredness. All right. All right. So with this topic, man, I really want to know, like, I guess from where I'm coming from with this topic is like, so the first question being, is it really deadbeats or people can't get along? So what I mean by that is that I wonder if this the same era. I remember back then. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say I remember back then, but it was said that back then, Papa was a Rolling Stone and all this other stuff or whatever, right? But and they used to walk out, find any reason to leave and all that. But I believe it's not the same today. I think a lot of people or fathers maybe trying to be in their kids' life. Not all of them, right? I'm just saying a lot of them. I believe more of them than before, but they just not getting along. So they is coming to this area where they not even trying to let the because they don't get along. They said they're not gonna see their kids and they being petty and all type of stuff, whatever. I believe it's more that scenario than fathers actually not trying to be in the household. But that's my thing on that. I don't believe there's many deadbeats as it was back in the day. I believe a lot of them want to be in their child's life. All right. Rare, you back. What's up, my brother?
Yeah, bro, I agree with that. I mean, as people don't try to give the credit, this is the biggest influx of fathers being around, no matter if they with the mom or not. Back in the day, it was a lot easier to just drop it off and try again somewhere else and not even care about it. But I think just like how we have evolved, because since it was a whole influx of that, it made a lot of each side, moms and dads, want to be better when it was their turn. So, like, of
Right.
course, I feel like the minority of people are deadbeats. And then it's been a whole case, even when they weren't really deadbeats, of false giving that label to dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like, a deadbeat, I just look at a deadbeat, right, as somebody that's not there completely, right? So like she got pregnant and you left, no communication ever, done.
Mhm.
That's a deadbeat for me. But a lot of women, they could call you a deadbeat just because you not paying something. You clearly there majority
Mhm.
of the time. You taking your child to do things, you going to school, picking them up, doing all the responsibilities a dad should do, but because you not giving them money when they ask, now you a deadbeat. Or
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So it's been a lot of false deadbeat labels that's even been put out there. So I don't really think that, I think it is like what you said, they just can't get along. But I will give kudos to all the men in these newer generations, even if they not getting along and they really putting their life on the line, meaning I don't care what the outcome is, just like myself. Like I don't care what the outcome is. Yeah, it ended up me getting on child support, but I'm still in my kid's life. I ain't do
Mhm.
what was done to me. And I'm at any given time, I'm risking jail time. At any given time, she don't want to be cool no more. it's certain things she could do, but like I've also seen, just like with myself, I I'm going to court to take her for custody. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? And yes, you see it there even more that the system still don't mess with us, but can't nobody say we ain't trying and we ain't doing no matter
Mhm.
what's going to like no matter what's going on. Cause like my dad just left. I don't even know him. So growing up with that, I'm like, man, regardless of how much money I got, regardless of what I can do, my daughter ain't gonna be able to say she don't know me.
Right.
She ain't gonna just be able to. I only seen a picture of my dad. You know what I'm saying? And I see that a lot. Like, cause even then, they not even showing the majority. A lot of men, even circles or groups, is holding men accountable. Like, it's a lot of dads that I know that are single fathers, and they like, we all single fathers, and then nobody's really like upholding somebody that's being a deadbeat. Like they really being vocal about it now, and like, bro, you don't even like that's more of a flex now on some people. Like, dude, you don't even take care of your kids. You ain't qualified to talk right now.
Right.
It's a lot of that going on. So I agree with that.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I think they just using it as a soundbite, or if they don't get their way, they just call him a a deadbeat. Or you didn't take my because he wanted to go on this program on my timing, and I wanted to do that, and you didn't give me the money to because you are already paying child support and stuff. But I still want you to steal.
And the deadbeat mom is worse than the deadbeat dad because the deadbeat mom be actively in the kid's life, poisoning them.
Mm.
So like the deadbeat dad that they wanted to portray out there is the dude that's not there, not usually, and usually is not provided financially, which is giving money to child support, and the mom decides whatever happens with that bread.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Child support, nobody even looks at it like that, where it's like they're not saving the bread. I could see if the bread was set aside and your kid get it when they turn like 21 or something. But literally, we're talking about babies and minors, right? So like the parent gets it. And there's no place to say that they're even using it for whatever they say they're using it for. You just
Right.
hope that it's happening.
Hmm.
But if they want to buy new clothes and do this and do that and do whatever, they can do that. But for the courts, as long as you paying it, you good.
That's all that matter to them.
But the deadbeat moms are way more toxic to a household than a deadbeat dad because the deadbeat mom, they might not do it up front and in your face, but they just doing toxic ways. And like some of the sons, a lot of sons had to deal like a lot of sons got pushed to the point where like by the time they got older, they'll be like, that I could see why like my dad wouldn't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even have to be even talking to him, but you be treating your son a kind of way where it's kind of like you mad at them. You made them. It was your choice to keep them. But you kind of like taking your aggressions because whatever the dude did, he could have cheated, left, anything, but you be taking it out on your kids.
Yeah, or because they look alike and all that other stuff or whatever. Just all this.
And most times they always look like the dad. So like that's what be blown. And even if the public don't see that it looks like the dad, the mom sees every part of the dad in the kid,
Hmm.
regardless.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Hold up real quick. It's like I can see that. Yeah. Y'all be seeing that AI comment down there or no? I'm the only one that probably can see it.
Mm-mm.
I'm the only one that can see it. Yeah, it be saying AI father roles the dead debates, deadbeat dad labels.
And
AI is wild. They just be
that
wondering.
lead kind of into your second part where it's like you people gotta stop putting like the gender or the person of importance, right? Because most people not even raised by their parents. Like
Mm,
you usually raised in your life experiences and what around in your environment. So Your
Right.
parents could tell you anything, but if I want to go out there and get busy, I'm gonna get busy.
Mhm.
So like, is a father important? Not necessarily. Is a mom important? Not necessarily, because at some point too, it's all on how good or bad that person is. But then at the end of the day, you your own person, so you're gonna make your decisions, and that's kind of like I don't do the same things that it was done to me growing up. Like I don't be lying to my kid about the, because that's the first thing, like the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, all that. That's the first thing subconsciously that makes your kid not want to uphold anything you said, because you came into this junk lying to them their whole life about stuff they didn't have to lie about. So when you just be like, oh yeah, because you don't want to give them no more money, you should have thought about it's going to come a time where you ain't going to try to give them no more money when they lose the teeth. It's, but when you be like, oh yeah, because you make it like, you see how the extents of what you go through to try to lie to these kids, like when you do certain things. So like Santa Claus, they up there making cookies. You really go to the extent of making the cookies with me. That's like you stole my wallet and you helping me look for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh yeah, Santa Claus real. He got you these presents, all this stuff, blah 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 blah. And then that's not real, and you got to come clean about that one day. But then if they lie to you about something, it's all hell breaking loose. So that's where it causes divide. So I just be keeping it real, because it's just like, I seen my mom get mad one year when she said something about Santa Claus, and I'm like, that's not what I asked Santa Claus for. She get mad because she really bought it. But I
Mhm.
don't even know that's why she really getting mad. But why can't I be mad at this mystical person for not getting me what I wanted?
Mhm. Yeah, I can see that. That sounds like that ties into the do you believe that's will create the YNs? The toxic.
Nah, because it's like a YN, it's like this, right? Everything that you want to do is in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if you want to play basketball, it's just in you, bro. Football, same thing. You gonna want to go try it. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna figure out along the way if that's the life for you. Like a missing dad, it's plenty of YNs. It's probably more YNs with two-parent households.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, what a YN is nothing but a young ninja, right? So like, technically, that's just the way of the life of the kids, bro. And they try to act like we didn't grow up. Like, I was born in the 90s, right? So anything that you talk about the youth, you did influence it, no matter if the dad was around or not. Because why? Your mom like watching Minister Society. Your mom like watching Baby Boy. My mom took me to go see Baby Boy in the movie theater, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm in elementary school
Wow.
going to see Baby Boy in the movie theater. So it's just like, my dad didn't teach, him being missing didn't make me to be whatever I was. It was just, oh snap, okay, I'm just seeing life. And then it's just like, the what really makes it is your environment of like what you got to battle in life. So like, if you come up from that era, like when you walking home from school, some neighborhood people might try to beat on you, rob you. You either going to be a victim or you not. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, whenever a black person does something, it's labeled as a YN or crash out or whatever. But like, sometimes it's just surviving. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? These kids ain't asked to be here. You know what I'm saying? It was the parents' job before you bring the kid in, get yourself together so they wouldn't even have to be in that environment. It's okay that didn't happen, but if you growing up in an environment where you got to be a YN to survive, father there or not, you got to survive.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the biggest thing. And how can you keep fathers in the household? It's not even about keeping fathers in the household. It's being fair across the board, right? The way you keep a father in the household is number one, you give them the same benefits and same resources if you give the mom if y'all don't work out. So the household is never broken. It might just be two separate households, but it's not broken.
I was out there talking all the time. I don't even know I'm muted. I'm about to say, do you believe it? You believe you could be more impactful with two households, with both of them?
Yeah, you can.
Mm.
That's what I feel like because it really gives you a crash course on because like when you gotta co-collaborate on something, sometimes you might sacrifice what you really feel to appease the other co-creators. So like if y'all don't work out, as long as there's a house, the kid can clearly see all the same stuff y'all was trying to do under that same roof. But okay, when they over dad's house, they know it's like this. When they over mom's house, they know it's like this, and that's good or bad, either or. But you still, and that's the problem. What people think, they be trying to get people to get and see all good, but that's not what makes a good person. You know what I'm saying? What makes a good person is you know about good and bad, however that looks like, and what you determine to be good or bad, and then you structure your life out over that. So if in daddy's household, okay, you're not gonna be talking any kind of way, you ain't gonna be cussing, you know what I'm saying? You go over there and you don't cuss and you don't do that. But if your mom lets you do that, you go over there and do that. But that's even a big principle that'll help you in life. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, sometimes two-parent households is confusing. It's way more confusing because you got to listen to two dictators at the same time. And most times they not even on the same accord.
But isn't that life though? That's how it's supposed to be.
It can be that way, but I feel like if you going to have somebody in a situation, y'all should have one law.
Hmm. You say
It
it
won't,
can't be. I thought that's how. I thought that was normal.
what? Like two dictators. I'm talking about two dictators and they not on the
You
same
talking about?
accord.
I get you saying like if one person is not the leader, both of them trying to be the leader at the same time.
Yeah, so like you might do something with your mom. You might be like, "Yeah, mom, I'm trying to go to this." You might be like, "Yeah, dad, I'm trying to go to this NBA YoungBoy concert." Your mom already said no. Your dad really don't care about you going to that, but your mom has some type of reason and she don't want to go to that, and now they battling on which one's gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then sometimes that draws turmoil to them, and then they both take it out on you. And that's why I just want all parents to remember it was your choice to just bring this kid into the life, and we don't. The child's never corrupt. We corrupt the children.
Yep.
So like everything, and then I believe this wholeheartedly. Every child is just a mirror for you to see all your BS.
Hmm.
That's all it is. So when you get, that's why parents be getting so mad when they kid, because they know like that's them. So you really beating yourself, you really yelling at yourself, you really talking down on yourself, and that's why it comes off so harsh because it's a mirror of you and stuff you really couldn't say to yourself. You just taking it out on the kid.
I can see that. Like projecting.
Yeah, because it's like half the stuff. I just remember half the stuff that I've ever gotten a whooping for. It wasn't that serious. Like once you grow up, you know what I'm saying? Like once you grow up and then really calculate some of the stuff you ever been whooped for. Like, oh, I really got whooped because I didn't want to come upstairs to stop what I'm doing to get you the remote, and the remote was right
Never
next
know.
to you.
Yeah, right
Like,
next to him. Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
you trying to make it seem like, oh, that's no, you disrespectful, you this, that, and the third. But if you look at the real logic of being a human, you are closer to that item than I am. I gotta run from downstairs to run up here to get you a remote that you could have just got your lazy
Hey,
self
that's
up
how
to
you know
get.
you a '90s baby. That's exactly what happened to me too.
Yeah, bro, like that stuff, it just be like really like I don't ever remember something getting whooped for that was really that serious.
Hmm.
But it led me, I only do a popping or a spanking. I don't even have to do it like that, right? I've only did it like one time. And then my daughter got the gist of it, but it was only off of something serious. Like
Yeah.
I done said, don't run out in the street, middle of the traffic. She keep attempting it, and then one time she did it, and the car was coming, and I'm like, nah, you gotta understand, like that is serious. And then she never did it no more. I don't have to pop her for stuff, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I only think like certain things should just be over like certain levels of like seriousness, but our parents have definitely learned from a messed up generation, but I'm glad
Yeah.
we evolving.
Yeah, I can see that. Let me get a G baby in. What you got for me?
I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
I said, what you got for me?
Oh, well, I was gonna address the part where it says, "Do missing fathers create YNs?"
Hmm.
And um, I want to say that it's a combination of things, right? It can be that the father is missing, but it can also be, present fathers who don't have any interest in parenting, but can also be mothers who are, you know, struggling, to be a single mother who, doesn't really understand how to parent a son, right? And then it can also be society's influence as well, because there's a huge influence, not only in like the media, but also in schools and stuff that just like prey on the that that hormonal shift in boys when they start to get, they start to hit puberty and stuff and start to feel like they're invincible and they want to test boundaries and they're just testosterone fueled. Like there's a lot of stuff that preys on that, critical time period. And I think it's a combination of things. So I don't think necessarily being present is the answer to that.
Hmm. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. So that's probably majority. Not majority, but I would say, yeah, just it's case by case though. But I guess I'm putting it in a way that if it was, do you believe majority of the time that a lot of these YNs come from two parent households?
I'm sorry, was that question addressed to me? I have an
That's you.
ambulance
That's
going
you.
by.
Yeah. Let me get 24 in next. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Suburban YNs, yes, and majority of the hood ones, no.
Hmm. So, what y'all think? Who else? I believe majority of them come from two parent households or one parent.
One parent households, but
Hmm.
can I add on to that?
Go ahead, sure.
Uh, and I guess this kind of would also answer the second prompt. Um, I feel like a father can be there could be an absent father, but I think if we're talking about boys specifically, or not even necessarily boys, but male role models like uncles, cousins, whatever, like having just a male influence or male influence around you that's obviously positive. That's what you really more so necessarily need because my father was in my life, but he wasn't there will be times where I haven't seen them, but there were always consistently good role models that I could look up to, and I was still necessarily around. And that's, I'll say, why I am the way I am. And at least I could also say, from it's anecdotal, but the people I've seen, as long as there's somebody that they could rely on in that sense, it's typically a good situation.
I agree. It takes a village for sure. But I will say that one of the reasons that you will see a lot more of that, type of child being produced in a single parent household is, you have to consider that there are probably a lot more single parent households, nowadays. And
For sure.
so it's the data is a little bit skewed without the context, and the sociological context is it's a little bit muddier, right? Like a lot of the stuff you're gonna have to read for that isn't just numbers. It's like whole journals, articles, books, and stuff that people have written on the subject of this particular topic. And
Right.
there's a lot.
I agree.
But I think a majority, just like all kids, like majority of YNs be code switching. Cause it's like even they parents a lot of times sometimes, because when they be at their funeral, they be like, "Oh yeah, little backdoor slime goon was a great person, and my baby was just so good." And no, he wasn't. But you knew him to be good because he knew how to code switch though.
That is a point too. Yeah, it is a lot of people who like people. I mean, shoot, if they you talk about them, you'll say they're not even really like that. They don't come from that, and it's like because as you said, they code switches. That's not what they grew up. That's not where they come from in the house, within the house. So it's like it is definitely people faking it, for sure.
And then when it comes to any parent, it's only if that parent is stand up. Cause like your father could be fully in your life. I done seen a couple people with their fathers in their life the whole time, and they panned out to be the worst ones because like none of their parents really cared about nothing.
Yeah, facts. No, for real. Yeah,
I can see
that's
that
a
though.
point too.
I've worked with a lot of like youth in prisons and the prison population, and what you find a lot of the time is that it is actually good kids who, they are influenced by the wrong thing and the wrong group of people at a very formative time in their life, and then it turns out that like they didn't even really want to be there. They're just standing there with their pants down, when the cops show up. So it's a lot of times it is that, right?
I can see that. I can see that. I think some parents could be the most holiest and all that, and still they get attached to the influence outside. That's possible. I think you always. I think a lot of times, most kids will always go back to that core, though. Not all the time, but I would say that the core is still inside of them. So, I think all of us had that in us certain times, and still got influenced by other things. It's like we like this stuff is boring. We wasn't understanding it, but also I would say like the lack of the teaching styles.
Knowledge.
Even though they might have taught you well, but they never probably put in detail for you enough for you to understand it, but just said it and try to teach you don't do this, do that, and they don't explain why you don't do it. They just probably just what I'm saying. So
Yeah, that's a crucial point into to building the kind of foundation that a kid can come back to after they've explored their Rumspringa, if you will, like just want to go out and be crazy.
Yeah, because that's a big fact, man. Like sheltering leads somebody to something way faster than exposing them the right ways and letting them get an understanding. Just like most of them that be Christians, in the book, it tells you like when God said, "Don't eat from this," and only gave them a reason they didn't understand to not eat from it. What happened? They ate from it anyway because
yeah,
it's the
rebellion,
curiosity.
rebellion. Yeah, that's like almost a human
That's
thing.
called post conventional morality. So that's the end goal, right? Is that you want your children to be able to make a decision based on what they believe is right or wrong, and not necessarily because there's a consequence or because the benefit is that they'll look cool, right? Like you want them to have that that ability to reason on their own.
And then these parents will be like, yeah, you listening to, they'll be like, yeah, you listening to Why Young Boy or this person. But then they'll approve of you listening to like Biggie and Tupac, which were the YNs of that era.
And
Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie. Next time my parents say something like that, I'll bring that up.
Because they wasn't like, if you really look at it, they weren't respectable like dudes. Yeah, they talked a good game and all that stuff, but they were YNs. They were young, stupid. Tupac literally got unalive for being something he wasn't and trying to fit in.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't get how that's respected. Like the only difference between 6ix9ine and Tupac is that Tupac didn't get a chance to snitch on anything.
Like
I
if
just have to
anything,
go pick up my baby. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys make some good ground on this conversation, and you guys help protect these young boys.
I appreciate you.
you be
All
safe.
right.
Cause
Okay.
that's, and like I was telling you earlier, host, it's funny how like, it's the black culture, bro. Because every kid's gonna go through a rebellious stage.
You
Our
right.
rebellious stage is just labeled as bad, and you're a YN in this and that and the and
Mm-hmm.
third, bro. Like, but when it's just a YT person, oh, they're just being rebellious. Oh, they're just, you know what I'm saying? There's no YC or like you're this and you're that. No, it's none of that. It's just like, okay, like black people, yeah, you can be, every human is going to be rebellious, especially during the ages of like adolescency. You know what I'm saying? So like to judge people on that and just say YN, like you from the 90s, bro. The intro to Judge Mathis, he was saying he was a YN. So
Right.
like you can be something good. So it's a lot of good people that come from being a YN.
Mm.
True. No, for real. People turn their lives around. For sure.
That's true. That's true. That's the thing we keep with the labels instead of trying to change people, change their minds. But it's like the labels, that's what tear people up when we just stick to them. That's why I try to avoid labels, for the most part, because I know I'm more than what certain labels it is or whatever. Especially if the label is just that and just get us stuck. That's the reason why I also try to run away from horoscopes and all that other stuff like people be doing. I'm this, so I'm gonna act all like this with it because it told me I act like this.
Yeah, it's baloney too. That's just trying to keep you, like, the first thing that I learned to make me the better person, right, is I gotta unlearn everything that somebody that was less like willing to really go learn taught me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my parents, I understand and nobody want to admit it. Like I had to really wake up one day and be like, hey, we only really believe in the Bible because you fear that you're going to the burning place, right? Because honestly, if that was off the table, like if you heard everything from the Bible and then it wasn't a consequence at the end of it, you wouldn't care about it. It'll just be another story like Dr. Seuss. Nobody would care about it. But since you telling me, oh, I'm going to go here, if I don't believe in it, that just makes me want to believe in it more until I get older. And I'm just like, man, forget all this.
Mm.
Like burning, like, and that's the thing, burning for eternity. I don't even know. I can't even fathom what eternity is. I've only been here for 33 years. That feel like eternity. So I
Yeah.
don't even care about
You
burning
still
for eternity.
do you still believe it's that way?
Nah, I don't believe in none of that.
Oh, okay. I about to say you sound like you never went to the research yourself. Yeah, that stuff is not true though. But
Nah, I was just saying like what makes you want to do like fall into the whole cycle of the trap.
yeah, as you read it, you find out it's a more of a history book. It ain't that, but yeah, that's each his own. That's everybody. Same thing they do with like Black History Month. You know, they got us attached just because of our feelings and stuff. And
Yeah, I got into a panel the other day. They got mad because I said because they were talking about like blackface, and they kept bringing up pictures of blackface, right? And I was like, I don't care about none of that. I wasn't born in an era to really care about none of that. It happened. It ain't happening to me. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta. I'm not, I lose so much time thinking about like who cares at this point that our people that most of them not even around no more got hosed down and was marching. Like, okay, it happened. I understand it was sad, but I don't need to hear about that every year and subscribe to that because I don't care at the end of the day. I got bills to pay. I got stuff that they couldn't do, so I'm going to get it for the people that couldn't get it. I don't care about none of that.
yeah, and then we all gonna hit the grave eventually. So it's like I get you to a certain extent. It's like why keep on. And that's like I said, it's everything is like ties into like connecting with our feelings and stuff. That's what it do. So it tells us one of the worst stories, and that's how they get our mind. That's why we can't grow.
And when you relive the past, that's how you make it your present.
Right.
Like most of our kids could have went their whole life not knowing about, you know what I'm saying? All that. It's just like once I tell you, like, oh yeah, little boy, like, yeah, this what I did to your great great grand people. Like, you think you really got a chance? Like, what benefit does it really serve to know that if you ain't going through that? We're literally walking what's gonna be history later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, cool. We came from that, but whoop de doo, like, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta get it to how we getting in now.
I be saying that a lot anyways. I say that all the time. I say I am the history. I try to focus more on the history all the time. Always say that. You know. Say we can learn a lot from it, but we can also learn a lot from our current life too. For sure. Nothing new under the sun. You know, there's always
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't nothing in life. Like life taught me everything I needed to know. Like no classroom, none of that history stuff. Like the history stuff was cool. It was a nice story to hear. You know what I'm saying? But like it just I let it fly because it didn't apply. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Cause like I did like cause when you start breaking down history, it'd be the same thing. Like I heard about Martin Luther King so much, and I was like, what was so good about drinking from the same water fountain? What was so good about eating at these places that we don't even eat at today? You know, it's just be like throw it away.
Sure. Hold on. Give me a second. There's so much though. And I feel you though. It's like about focusing and trying to. I just focus on trying to become better, grow with the things that I need to grow with. Stop making excuses so I can, and then spread out what I can spread out and uh, I'm talking about to the world and stuff or whatever. Spread all the messages out just to try to make some impact. Like we always complaining about the world, but never doing nothing about it. That's one thing I noticed. That's what I've been trying to focus on. Is something I realize also. Like, what's the point? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Then why talk? Yeah, make sure you set up for the next generation. Set up for the next. Do what you can with love. With this little bit of time we got, that's all we can do for real. But I think, yeah, we gotta. I would say, even though, like, I know a lot of times that we always go back to pushing out like the negative parts of families and stuff. I guess I'm coming from a point of view of a balanced family. Like I don't think even I don't think one person was meant to do everything. That's why I take two to make one. I don't know why we think it don't take two to finish. I mean, to raise them. So and I think that's kind of stressful to be on one person all their life. And then you see the stress, you'll feel the stress. Sometimes you will grow with the stress that's pushed onto you. You don't even notice. So I think we're living in this world now where we act like that. The other that that the fathers are not important and stuff, which is an issue. It's showing like life itself is showing that they're important.
Yeah, but they don't even go to the history facts where they did this and started taking the dudes out of the house for a reason.
Wait, who was that?
Like that stuff started like slavery, post slavery, you know what I'm saying? Giving people a way out if they didn't have a father in the household. You know what I'm saying? When we get to like welfare. So some people, cause they was gonna be broke regardless cause the dude couldn't get a job, you know what I'm saying? But they'll be like, you're gonna have to get up out the house so these kids can be good. So it was a sacrifice sometimes at first. And back then to get benefits, they used to come to your crib and check to see if you really living like that.
But them benefits ain't paying nothing no more than what a job paying, though. I don't get that.
Like back in the day though, a lot of people couldn't get jobs though, like when welfare and all these assistances first dropped, it was a lot of people that couldn't get jobs.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So like it was still the racism factor. So like people wasn't hiring a lot of black dudes and
I
women
wonder
wasn't.
what's the excuse now.
The excuse now, I mean, I don't even know the excuse now. I think it's just like passed down. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman might, instead of getting $200 in food stamps, she might want to run it up with 5 kids to get 1,500. You know what I'm saying? Is it smart? No. Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they don't see that because the benefits, right? A lot of women that do get benefits, because it's not that many men out there with the benefits, right? You might get some food stamps, but you isn't clearly not as good as the women food stamps, right? So if they underachieve, they get the most out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like if a woman goes through the system and she go get food stamps, she go get a minimum wage job part-time. She can get an apartment, she can get, food stamps and cash assistance, and she can do a lot. And she content with the bare minimum when it comes to her. But like if the dude got what she deems the bare minimum, he ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Now she want queen treatment.
Yeah, because she could have went and got a full-time job. But no, she want them benefits because if I go get the full-time job, they won't pay 70% of the rent. You see how it's like crazy? It's like, okay, I know so many girls right now, they living in good apartments, got vouchers and all that stuff. But the draw to that was they don't ever have a good job. You don't ever have a good job, meaning like you still always gotta ask your dudes for $40,
Uh-oh.
$5, $10.
Uh-oh.
But you could have went out there and got it.
Ah, man, I know when I see that hat tilting somewhere, I know what time it is.
Don't ever disrespect me again. You get
Oh my
excited.
gosh. And getting hypnotized over there.
Why
That's what's
you
going on.
why you interrupt that man while he was speaking to talk
That was
mess
a
to me?
big old hat that did
That's
that.
crazy.
Ah, sheesh. But yeah.
And then more fathers, they knew, like a lot of women knew when they got pregnant by some of these dudes. Like, would you really want that to be the father of your kid?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like him missing really ain't that detrimental. You just picked wrong for real.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Like the person you got pregnant, so you want him to step up. He wasn't stepping up for nothing before. And that's going to the ones that really are deadbeats, right? So like the ones that's really all deadbeats, right? You knew that that person was a deadbeat before he was a deadbeat father. He was a deadbeat boyfriend, deadbeat friend, deadbeat whatever. And you just kept going down the line. And I know sometimes you get finessed, but all of y'all are getting finessed. It can't be. And if it is, it's a problem.
Mm. See what Miss Serenity has for us.
Okay, which one are you talking about? The first one?
Whichever one you want to do. Somebody get off this thing at 9 o'clock anyway.
It's 8 o'clock.
I know.
How you feel about the new mayor?
I see we ain't get Solomon.
Ken Lock. But
Yeah, that's my. I
we
actually
got.
go to the church. That's the church I go to.
Oh, you go to Triumph? That's what's
Yeah, I
up.
go to Tryon. Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta make sure I don't go so you don't see me. It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
Right. I thought I seen. I was wondering who that was with the big old hat can't dodge it.
You ain't never seen. No, I'm just playing. Okay, so are they really deadbeats or they just can't get along? Okay, so I think two things can be true at the same time. Of course, they're really deadbeats, but there are couples in which they can't get the co-parenting situation down pat, or it takes a while in order to get it smooth sailing. Let's talk about the co-parents first. Some people should have never been sleeping with each other.
Mm.
You know, you should, like, I know a lot of men who are sleeping with women they don't like, okay, just because they can. And then now you don't want to take care of the kid, or now you mad because you got to raise a kid with her. Well, your dumb ass shouldn't have been fucking her. Excuse my mouth. You shouldn't have
You gotta
been
go to
messing with
Triumph.
him. Okay, sorry. Okay. I ain't cursing. I'm cussing. It's a
There you
difference.
go. There you go. I got you.
God said, "Don't curse." He ain't say don't cuss.
Wow.
That's what he said. That's what he said. I'm gonna go with it. But you know, Jesus was knocking over tables too. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just kidding.
Say
But
favorite.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, my point is that, and that goes for women too, you know, like you knew he was only the man with the money, or you knew he was only the man who could come over and smoke with you and y'all get it in because he was Big D Willie. Okay, and then you having a baby by a dude that you don't even know. You know, those things happen. I don't think that that's the majority of these situations. I think it's a culmination. I think sometimes people are dating and in relationships and they don't work out. And now because I can't stand you because you might have cheated on me, or you can't stand me because I broke up with you, or, you know, that dynamic is very hard to navigate when it's a baby, because you have two adults who have to somehow work with each other and put this child first. And so that's my advice always, is when you have a kid, put that baby first, and you won't worry about who's doing what or who's doing this, because you guys are putting the kid first. So you won't have to worry about a woman trying to use the baby to get whatever from you if she's putting that child first. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are selfish, men and women, because I'll never ever be just women. I think those women and men who just women sound crazy. And I think men who say men, I mean men and women who say men, I think they're crazy too, because that's not how life works. We know that we have people who conduct themselves poorly, and they get poor results. That's what happens, right? So that's more so them not being able to get along. Okay. Deadbeats, those typically happen either like that man never wanted that kid. The man never wanted the kid, and it's women deadbeats. The woman never wanted the kid, dropped that baby off, and I'm out. I know one couple, one child right now, he was 13. Mom left him at home so she could get with another man and left him in the house. Like people do weird stuff because they're selfish. I think deadbeats are extremely selfish. That's it. And I
So
land.
what? So wouldn't women that do aborts be considered deadbeats?
No, I don't think so at all. I think they're selfish, but I don't think they're deadbeats.
What you
Because
said?
the deadbeat is that you're not taking care of a child that's already born.
Hold on, give me a second. Oh, go ahead, Rock.
All right, like I want to speak on that. They're like literally because like I was going through down times when I had my eldest daughter, and got behind on child support and everything. Right. At one point in time, I paid $9,000 at one time. It's probably like 6 months to a year before my daughter's prom, and she got $8,000 to $10,000 on at one time, and she ain't think to put none of that money up for my daughter, knowing her prom was coming up, graduation coming up, none of that. I'm getting calls, and I know you just got this money. Hey, can you got $300-$400 for this prom to help add on to the prom dress? When me and my wife were already doing extra stuff anyway, like even with me paying my child support and everything. Like I say, I was behind. Stuff happened to me. I got injured. Was getting workman's comp, all that stuff. Like my book workman's comp ended up going to child support. All right, you get $9,000-$10,000 at one time. Why not put that away in an account, knowing our daughter about to graduate, about to go to prom, do all that? Me and my wife still had to cover stuff and help cover stuff for my eldest daughter. I don't feel that you can't call all people deadbeat when they making the effort to try to step up and cover everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I was behind maybe $20,000 and caught all of it up before my daughter even hit 18.
Yeah, we was talking about that earlier.
So 2 years before she graduate, you know she about to graduate, you know she going prom, doing all that. You getting this bulk amount of money at one time. Why not put that in an account for her? Or save it for her prom, graduation, stuff like that. I still had to cover all that extra. Not counting while I was paying my child support anytime my daughter needed something, junior prom, anything. Like me and my wife was Johnny on the spot doing it. So, we ain't all deadbeats. It's just, to me, a lot of the women out here nowadays, they try to make the man look like he a deadbeat because they not doing what they want him to do.
We were talking about that earlier.
But like I literally just came in and I just seen that first the
Now you
top
toned
topic.
in on that. You
Are
started.
they really
You had to
deadbeats?
project on that one. You was like, oh, nah, I feel this one.
Yeah. Yeah, like that shit hit
Hit it.
home.
Hit home. I was just about to say it. I knew it. I knew it. We were
That
just
shit
really
hit
talking
home,
about
cause
baby. Yeah. My bad. My bad. My
like, and I'm talking about, dude. Daughter that had a cell phone, pay her cell phone bill, all that, and her mama get mad, take her phone and start using her phone, start using my daughter's phone like it's hers.
Mm. All right.
Then we switch plans.
Let me get
Hold on, let me say one more thing. Like with the phone plan thing, like we end up switching plans and was about to cut off the old phone because we was adding my daughter to a family plan. And baby mama's like, hey, well, can you keep this on for another 2 months so I can use it? No. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't deadbeat. Everybody just some men go through some things and they can't do it right then and there. They try to make up for it.
Gotcha.
And when you do that, you give them an inch, they try to take a mile.
I'm
But
glad you
that's all
got.
I wanted to say. Like I said, I seen that top one and it just hit home.
I
And I know
feel it.
that my daughter loved me being around more.
Hey, I feel you. I know you had to get it off your chest. I feel it. I feel it.
And my daughter 20 and I still pay her phone bill and she got her own job
There
and
you
shit.
go. There you go. Go ahead and take them check marks on there. You know.
So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Like everybody ain't a deadbeat and people see and I take most of this, like a lot of it is people looking at black fathers like they like that. And we really not.
Interesting.
We
I
stand on
wouldn't
business
say
when it
Black
comes to our
Father's a
kids.
monolith though. Either end, I wouldn't say that though. But yeah, let me get Paris in real quick. I gotta get her.
Hey, so I just wanted to say from my experience, there is a lot of dads that, want to be involved in their children's life. There's a lot of, I've ran into a lot of single dads too. But what I have noticed is there is a nice group of women that purposely do things to keep their baby's father.
How many times you got called to pick me on TikTok?
I'm sorry?
I said, how many times you got called to pick me on TikTok?
Oh, all the time. I don't care.
I'm about to say, I know you. I usually. Yeah, I can
I
tell.
never pick me. I'm,
Because I
I'm,
know
I'm
they don't want to hear stuff like that.
They don't. But it's reality because it is. And it is a lot of women that are either their comeback, if they use the children as pawns, like if you don't do this or they want to be back in a relationship with you. And if you're not, then they're going to keep their kids away from you. And I've seen that very often. I have a son that has, my son, he has 2 kids. And we're actually traveling we just brought his daughter back home and we were trying to visit the other son. And the baby mom is just like that, and my son he flies down here, he comes down, he's very involved with his kids, he sent money, everything. But because she see that he had another child, now she's mad, now she's jealous, she blocked him, she don't want to let him see his child no more. Then he finally gets the okay to come see him. And then she's like, oh, you can't take him with you. And we're like, we're only going to be here for a couple hours. I want to spend some time with my kid. You can sit here and spend time with so you wonder why men just fall all the way back, because there's a lot of women that make it harder for them to try to be involved in their child's life. Then you have to go through drastic measures like getting on child support, and first you got to get legitimate, and if you're in a whole different state, that's a whole different program. So you got to go through loops just to be involved in your child's life, and that's not fair. I've seen some women, I have a friend of mine, seen some women that have other spouses that don't want the baby dad involved. And so they're going to cater to their spouse that they're with. So
Mm.
a lot of things go on that makes it more difficult for a man to be involved in his life. It's not just a bunch of deadbeats that just walk away for no reason. There's a lot of reasons why they're not involved.
Hey, you know you preaching. You made Rock start tapping the screen. That's crazy. All right, let me get
Yeah, that's oh man, that was so much facts.
yeah. I know that made you feel real good. I know it. I know somebody said it. It's like no, but all right. That's the point of me talking about this though. Really, like
Hey, speak it, man. Speak it.
the base of this is that I'm just trying to wonder if it's the same as back then, right? Because back then I get it. It was a lot of, as soon as that father say something about milk, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I get that back then. You knew you wasn't gonna see him again, right? It was almost like a trending type thing. But I don't believe it's the same. I think people can't get along, and I think that they're just throwing that word out. Nah, they're just throwing out deadbeat when they don't get their way. It's just, oh, that's a deadbeat because you couldn't take my son to practice and I wanted to spend $300 on it, not $100. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That I think they just
Cause
call
they feel
anything
like it
good.
make it look good.
Yeah, that's what I noticed that.
It make
And
it feel like they look good.
yeah. So let me get Sherry in and then get my baby in next.
Okay, and then I have something to say.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Hello. Hi,
Yo.
everyone. So I agree with Paris, uh, and with everybody, because I am actually married, and my husband has an ex-wife that has a child with him, and oh my God, this woman is so crazy. She is so crazy. Every time, she wants him to send her money, and if he's late or whatever, she is always like, "Oh, you're not gonna see the kid. You're not gonna talk to her." And sometimes she even sends her own daughter to text him or call him to ask for money. So this has kind of like he loved his daughter. He loved her a lot because I can see it and he's always talking about her. But then it's all like he's feeling a certain way to even like want to communicate with her because now even the daughter is like, "Dad, like please help mom, you gotta send money or whatever." And sometimes I even go with him to, because she's in another country, to send the money with him. And I can see he's actually doing it, but she wants more, and she always uses the daughter against him. Now, I do think that fathers are needed because I see that that's a question that you have in there. I do think that you need a father in your life. I was raised with both my mom and my dad, and they've been married for almost 40 years. And I can definitely tell you that if my dad wasn't there, I don't know how I would have been because there were or my brothers, because there were certain times in our life that we were kind of going the wrong way, and my dad kind of kept us like straight. And I feel like my mom, I don't want to call her weak because she's not weak, but she, there's certain roles I believe she was strong in other things, but not in that sense, like not in keeping us straight. Not in a lot of kids don't even respect their mom 100%. My mom would say, don't do this, and we will keep doing it. My dad would say, don't do this, and we we were straight just by looking at his face. So I think that having a father in every child's life is very, very important for the emotions too, and also so that they learn how to love each other, because if you don't have a father, if you don't have that figure of a relationship in the house, that's the first thing that you see, like that is love. You learn from that. You also, as a woman, you're shaped by the relationship that you have with your father since you're a little child. And if you don't have a father, a lot of times you're gonna grow up hating men or daddy issues or a lot of things. So yeah, it is very important.
Okay, okay. What you got for me, Serenity? Go and start the open panel up.
So I think what I've been hearing is very one-sided.
Ooh,
Very one-sided takes. Yes, very one-sided takes. But I understand.
bring that
I
balance
understand.
in.
Yeah, no, I think when it comes to, like I was saying before, a lot of this boils down to making lifetime choices with temporary people.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard for me to find sympathy for people because you got to do what you got to do. I don't want to hear about not having a job. I don't want to hear about I can't stand hearing excuses from parents. I really cannot stand it. It bothers me so much because you guys brought these kids in this world and you have the nerve to have excuses for why you can't do. It pisses me off because as a single parent whose child's father is deceased, I have to do every single thing for my child. Well, granted, I have parents and family but I would never like. There is no, oh well, can you? I don't know. It's too many excuses for me, but that's just me. I think some people get off easy when they don't have the child in their home, and they can complain about having to do minuscule things like so that was kind of bothering me, no offense, but um
Hey, I want to speak on that. I want to speak
yeah,
on that because I
yeah, let me
actually
hear it.
get it. I actually get it. Because my father wasn't never around for me. But the one thing I learned within that, and I seen, because I still knew my father before he was killed. I still knew him.
Unalive.
And yeah, my bad. Unalived. And I seen where he knew his mistakes was, he tried to make it up with his grandkids. And I could never take anything away from that man for what I seen that he tried to do with his grandkids. So I get what you're saying, Serenity. I get it. I get it. Cause my mom did it on her own up until we were taken from her, and my father's parents took me and my sisters in. One of my sisters weren't even biologically their grandkid. They still took her. So, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I totally get that. But I'm gonna always respect that. I'm gonna always respect my father for what he did, not for me. Not for me, but what he did for my nieces, my nephews, my daughters. So everybody have their issues. If they even us as grown adults, if we can't learn to see where they're trying to fix a issue, if we can't see that, we don't need to speak on it because they can see where their mistakes was.
Can I just finish what I was saying real quick? I know Rachel is ready, and I know he's about to get off in like 20 minutes, so let me just finish this. What I meant by one-sided takes is like hey Serenity. I'm about to say hey Serenity. Hey Rachel. um Yes, there are women. This is more so from what Paris was saying. Yes, there are women who make it hard for men to see their kids. There are also men who make it hard to raise children with, right? And I think when we're having this conversation about parenting, one-sided takes do not help the conversation move because it puts people on a defense because we know that there's truth to what you're saying. There are women out here who make it very hard, but there are also men who are so jealous that they can't be with the woman that they make life extremely hard for that woman and them children. I'm not coming over there to do nothing for them kids. You gonna give me some? Or I want to be back with you. All of that type of BS that people don't really talk about. You know, the dynamics between parents, you guys have to be on the same page. Okay? And that goes back to my original point of making these lifetime decisions with these temporary people will have you up in court, you know? But I don't know.
Just really quick. You are right. You are right. There is a balance. And there's multiple sides. There's different types of people, so there will never be just one scenario or one side of anything. And like, for instance, I was married with my kid's father, and when we got a divorce, he was no longer involved in my kid's life. So I raised my kids as a single mother. I wasn't compact. I'm a pick me, remember? So I wanted him to be a part of our kid's life. He's an antisocial person, so he doesn't ever communicate with his family at all. So he's not just a deadbeat. He just doesn't communicate with nobody, and that's just how he is. And I understand that. So I'm not saying that there's not men out here that's just not involved by their own choice, but I was shining light on the other side as well, since you've already shined light on that side.
Oh, okay. My bad then.
Is it gone now?
Okay,
I
let's
want
be
to say this.
quiet. Rachel in the house.
I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing.
Nah, Rock. You can't talk over his baby.
I know. I just want to say one thing as far as like the men dealing with women, and if they can't deal with the woman, then they don't want to deal with the kid. Hey, my daughter, 20. I ain't tried to mess with her mama since she was 2. It is some of us out there like that. Like, I don't want to. I just want to be a friend to my baby mama. Like, hey, let's worry about what our kid going through, and that's it.
All right. Good, babe.
Hey y'all. Wow, baby mama, baby. Okay. Well, no. Mother's child, but child's mother. Okay. Anyways, are they really deadbeats or just can't get along? The first part, are they really deadbeats? There are plenty who are deadbeats. There are, but like Kev said, I do agree. I think that it is kind of slowing down a little bit more. I think with the education and the more whatchamacallit, oh my god, people like men seeking a little bit more therapy, men actually speaking or addressing their issues, childhood issues and stuff like that. So I do see men making more progress the same way that I see women also making more progress. So I think it is getting better. It's not as bad as people portray it to be. So I do think majority of the time it is a communication issue, and I think that a lot of women do have very like high expectations when it comes to like raising children, and I do think that they tend to overcomplicate a lot of things and want things a certain way. And I think a lot of fathers, they are very simple in the way that they want to raise kids, so they might not think that the child requires as much. So I think a lot of that miscommunication is on both parts.
Back open again, y'all.
So I have a quick question for you, host. It's so random. If you drop, then you get the coins for real.
I don't know. I hear it on TikTok. I don't know. I was wondering that too. I said she for sure asked this time, like, drop me. She got that whole galaxy. I'm like, give me that galaxy. If it did work that way, I'm gonna be keeping people hostage.
Yo, I know another person that do that too. They be like, you can't leave my life.
They gonna be in there spending the night then, because I'll be like, nope. I'm at my live just running until they drop it. I wish that was true. I hope it is. I'll be super petty. Like I'm gonna teach them to sit there and be sniping my lives like that.
I'm gonna teach them to sit there.
Oh, damn, we got two new people. Let's get this party started real quick. Yeah, so I gave y'all extra, 30 minutes, I think. So,
Also,
Hey,
Rock.
let me just say this, Rachel. I like the way you said that. I like the way you said that, Rachel.
Oh, I appreciate that, Rock. Thank you.
No problem.
yeah. All right, Jay, what you got for me?
So, am I answering all of the questions or just like one of them?
You could do the first two. The
Um,
green one, and the first white one.
okay. So the question is, are they really deadbeats or they just can't get along today? Do you mean like the parents,
The fathers, really.
the
Or
fathers?
you could do both parents actually, but yeah.
Okay. I think it's half and half. I think you got some men out there. Well, I wouldn't even call them men. I would say boys who don't take care of their kids. So yes, they are deadbeats. And then the other half will be, they just can't co-parent and it's impossible and the communication is terrible. That's my stance on the first prompt. And then the second one, yes, I believe fathers are important. And no, I believe mothers cannot do it on their own because parenting was designed for two people.
Okay, Jay is simple. Okay, she said you don't need all that time. Okay, my bad. Josie, what you got for me?
I don't think they. All right, in my situation, I'm gonna speak from experience. I don't think my baby dad is a deadbeat. He just lacked experience and he didn't grow up enough before we had children together. So that's why we don't get along because he is more of less. He wants me to be a certain way that he wants me to be,
Mm.
and me and him bump heads on that.
Was he like that before or after?
After.
Oh, so you ain't seen no signs before that happened?
No, not really, no. He
Interesting.
got a girlfriend and everything, and I guess he got a girlfriend and everything. I was willing to work with it. I was being nice to the girlfriend and everything. We were talking, and then all of a sudden, he just flipped
Just
160.
changed, huh? Okay.
Cause I wanted to keep an open dialogue. I wanted to meet her and everything. You know, grown woman shit. He didn't want that, so that's why we're not getting along right now.
So
And
whole
fathers
entire
always,
time you stayed the same person and he just changed?
yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Okay. So I
But
do
I
want to know
do believe
everybody's
fathers
definition.
are important. And
Oh, you can do that.
if the father's not around, I do believe in a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, I'm blessed to have family, have grandfathers. I have my father, I have my older cousins and everything that can step in where he lacks.
Okay. As long as you're keeping that father or that masculine figure in there, you know what I'm saying? Because you can have
Yeah, because
you
I'm
can
a
have a
woman.
male
I
there. That
can't
don't mean
raise
they
a son,
masculine.
so
That's one thing I
I
learned.
can raise him, but I also want him
You
to
can
have,
raise them.
positive male figures in
Yeah.
his life. You know?
So yeah, for sure. So my question for the panel is, what is a deadbeat? 'Cause I think everybody got their own definition. It seems like. Don't all talk at once. You know.
To me, honestly, a deadbeat is like literally.
Hold on, wait. No. I'm about to say we think too much. Like, no, I'm wait. I don't want you to go yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't want nobody
Too aligned.
to get
Okay,
too
someone
much
else.
alike. Yeah. I want to see somebody. What y'all got, man? Jay, I'm gonna go for you random first, and then I go to Josie.
I
Then
would
Perry.
say I would say that a deadbeat boy is an unintelligent, emotionally unintelligent man
who can't come to reality of his decisions that he decided to make, and he has no accountability to take care of the offspring that he produced.
Okay.
Couldn't have
Chelsea,
said
what
that myself.
y'all too? Y'all agree? That's a deadbeat.
I agree with a lot of what she said.
So,
Okay.
can
What
I
you got?
play the devil's advocate for a second?
No, 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 not yet,
Woohoo.
not yet, not yet, not yet. I want your definition first. I felt like you was gonna say something different. I think feel like you and my baby gonna say something different. But what you well, yeah, what do you believe a deadbeat? It's Paris, and then I'm gonna ask my baby after that.
So I was, yeah. So it depends, right? It depends because what was that conversation like before she had the baby? It's okay for a woman to get an AB when she don't want it, right? But if she want to keep it, regardless if the dad wants it or not, they're going to keep it, right? So if the dad expressed that, like, I'm not ready for kids, blah, 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 and she's like, well, oh, well, I'm keeping it anyway, and then he is not involved, like, is he really a deadbeat? But, so we're not going to go there. But, yeah, so a deadbeat would just be someone that just not involved in their kid's life at all, not trying to make no effort. One of those guys that's like, I'm not working because I don't want child support to take all my my money. That just move on with their life, like they just don't know. I mean, don't have kids at all. Like they have no clue in the world, like involved at all. So I would say that would be a deadbeat. But again, it's that conversation before.
Okay, what you got, babe?
All right. So I think that to me, a deadbeat would have to be literally lifeless. Like literally, they're doing absolutely nothing. That's why I think sometimes the word is used like way too loosely. So yeah, because if you think about it, like they would have to be doing nothing. It's like they're unalive. They said beat it. Deadbeat. That's what I hear. So they would have to be doing nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I would say, and that's the reason why I asked that. I had to ask him. I feel like I got to do this. I want to do this topic again. I might do it on Wiki, but yeah, because I am curious. I do want to. I might slide. I gotta actually slide that question in there. But yeah, it's more towards what my baby said. I was gonna say basically, right, is that I don't think it's so the two definitions I think Jay and Josie use. So I that's why I
I
wonder
never
because I
gave a
always
definition. I just agreed.
yeah. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. But I noticed it's like it was more of a feelings based type, like the way I feel this person how they treat me makes it a deadbeat, which I don't agree, right? So I think it would be like back in the days where, yeah, literally if they went to go get some milk, they not coming back. I believe that. Like I don't think a deadbeat would be even in no part of the child's life. And I notice a lot of the times that word get used when things don't go the mother's way. Oh, like I was mentioning earlier before. Dang, you supposed to spend 300 on these shoes, not 100. You are deadbeat. It's always something when it don't go their way that they consider a deadbeat. You supposed to go to this program. I want them like any program that they want to come in, just whatever they want. They be like, no, I need you to put in on this. You're never putting nothing in. It's like, no, you keep asking for more and more and more. So how the heck. So I noticed that you
Well,
know, that's
everybody.
what they call a deadbeat nowadays or whatever. I don't think anybody that label
Can I say
put dead.
something?
Yeah, I got you in a second. I don't know if I'm hitting something, but anybody that I noticed that does that um basically they don't really know what a deadbeat really is. 'Cause, like, if they had a real one, they wouldn't even be able to have the time to even really talk about it because they know where and that dead. And I don't even think a deadbeat even have child support taken out. He wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to catch him. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Go ahead.
You saying like they want more and more. What I was saying is kids are ever growing. So I feel as though if I ask you for money, you should give it to me. Especially if I'm not taking you for child support. And especially if you're not willing to sign papers over, sign your rights over. You're not willing to do that, you're a deadbeat.
Nah, I gotta love that definition. I gotta love it.
Can I speak to the they just can't get along today part?
Got you. Go ahead.
So, I know I gave very, very direct and straightforward, definitions of what I said, what I think a deadbeat is. But I can also speak on the other side of the spectrum of the they just can't get along. I also agree too that there are a lot of women who use the term deadbeat very loosely based off their own experiences and some of the men that they choose to have kids with. Now, don't get me wrong, you do have men who will portray a certain way and then completely switch in the end, right? But then again, as women, I feel like we have to take accountability. Now, as far as speaking to the they just can't get along, I have in my own personal life seen a man fight for his kids. That would be my husband. He has went to court. He has nonstop went and fought for his kids for custody, and still that term is still being used as deadbeat when there's money being put in place for the children to have these things. He's spending time with them. We spend time with them, and still it's never enough. So I can agree that there are a lot of men who fight and fight and fight for their children, but because of the personal experiences or the emotions that these women have because of their poor decisions or because things just didn't work out, they will use that term to try to in a sense, be spiteful towards the man because of how they feel. So that's just kind of what I agree to with the they just can't get along.
I just clicked on your profile. Is you a low key TikTok famous person or something? I know you got that thing on me. Followers. What you be
I
doing?
wouldn't say famous, but yeah, I like to hop on panels and talk.
You better be serving the Lord for real. I mean, serving Jesus. I seen the thing you put on there.
Yes, I am, and that's
Okay,
why
I'm gonna check your page out then. I gotta see. Yeah, I love it. That's what I love talking about. That's my core right there. You see what I'm saying? I like that. Hopefully we get more that's like that for real. But yeah. That's the thing, and the definition Josie given is was so wonderful, man. It's wonderful. But yeah, I like I said, if you was to experience a real deadbeat, you wouldn't be able to talk about it, Josie. You wouldn't probably even know who the father is. You probably forgot his name if he was really like that though, for real. So yeah, I mean, good thing he's doing something for you. You know what I'm saying? At least to give you a little something, man. He might not give you the amount that you want, but he's giving you something.
No.
Uh-oh.
Don't get it wrong. Me and my family do everything for my kids. He just won't sign his rights over.
I'm thinking you about to say something good about
He just won't sign his rights over.
Okay, but did he ever try to do anything?
No. I had to force him. When we were together, I had to literally force him.
Force him to do what?
Watch the kids so I can work. I literally had to make the schedules, make the doctor's appointments, plan out the meals, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
And when I realized I was doing everything by myself, I said, fuck it. We can't be together.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been asking him to sign his rights over ever since, and he won't sign them over.
Wait. So y'all broke up and then you wanted him to sign. You didn't give him a chance to still do.
He wasn't doing anything.
Oh, so after y'all broke up, he still wasn't trying to come see the kids?
No.
Oh, well, shoot.
That's why I want him to sign his rights over. My
Wait, so
Man,
okay, wait, does he contact the kids? Because
the
literally,
kids got his number. They can call him. He don't answer. He don't
oh
call
my
them back.
gosh, you
And that's
something
not
don't
through
sound
me.
right.
but no, because so because literally he could be like a legal deserter if literally
I never even
they,
heard of that.
yeah, if they don't hear from him like in a long time, then that would be a deserter.
I'm gonna look
But
into
it
that.
doesn't. I don't know if that sounds like you don't like literally. If he doesn't call, then he's literally gone.
Pretty much.
Is that what you're saying? Like for
I don't know where he live
because it
at.
has to
I
be for
don't know where
2
he work
years
at. He might text me every 7-8 months
to see how they're doing.
to apologize. It's weird. It's very weird.
Something just seemed. I don't know. So I'm not hearing enough. Something is missing. I don't know. I just can't put my finger on it though. Something is going on. Do he got a new girl?
I already said that.
Oh, okay.
I asked to meet the girlfriend.
No wonder he ain't hitting you up like that. Okay, I get
I
okay.
asked to meet the
Wait,
girlfriend. Matter of fact, me and the
Mm.
girlfriend had a
now
few
wait. What?
conversations,
Wait a
Mm.
but then he
minute.
cut that straight
But
out.
Jossie, but wait a minute. You said he's not even involved in his children's lives. Why would you need to meet the girlfriend?
I wanted to meet her because she wanted him to start getting the kids and whatnot, and we were trying to arrange that, and then all of a sudden, no contact.
So okay, I'm sorry, but okay, because now it's starting to sound like okay. So you guys were going to arrange it. Did you happen to make it a little difficult with your stipulations?
No.
Because that sounds a little off. I'm not gonna lie to you because because at
No,
first, I'm just saying
I'm
because
a
at
very
first,
easygoing person.
well, I'm just saying at first he literally was doing nothing, and then
He
now
still wasn't really doing anything. I was
okay,
still
but
providing for the kids, but
okay,
at the
but
same time, I'm not gonna
but
deny. My kids wanted to
okay,
see
but
their father.
Jossie,
He wanted
but
to
you're
see that.
but Jossie though, you're saying
My
that
name is not Jossie, first of all.
okay. How do you say your name, hon?
Josie.
Josie. Okay, I apologize.
Dang, if you act like that, I see what happened.
No, no, it's
No,
okay.
I just don't. All
It's
right,
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
everybody
okay.
is always mispronouncing my
No, no,
name.
no, no, no. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mean to mispronounce your name. So, so what I was saying is there seems to have been a time where there was an opportunity for him to be with his kids, regardless if it was through his new girlfriend, but they were trying to work that out. So what stopped it?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Okay.
Nah.
All right. So,
I
something
really
going on. All
don't
right.
know.
So
Like, just as ludicrous as sound to y'all, is ludicrous to me.
yeah, we got you. You was an innocent one, and he the problem. I get you. I hear you.
I'm not saying I'm
All right.
innocent.
So
It's
all right.
just
Jay, what you about to say? So like you was about to say something, and then I'm gonna get Italian and back in.
No, I was just gonna say, I kind of agree with Rachel. It sounds like some missing parts of the story. You having to meet his girlfriend has nothing to do with him taking care of his kids. Just let him take care of his kids. It sounds like it still was an emotional connection, as it probably was. But sometimes we have to put our own agendas to the side and let these babies be raised correctly. It's not about how we feel, girl. I'm pretty sure you're a beautiful woman, girl. Go get you some new, okay? And let him take care of his kids. That's all I gotta say.
I was in a
Amen.
whole full-blown relationship.
Amen. There we go. Let's see. Okay.
So that wasn't an issue. There was no more emotional connection. Like,
She don't like
I'm
that.
trying to tell you, as weird as it sounds to y'all,
All right,
it's
y'all.
weird to me.
Remember, okay, she's good. She don't have no issues, so don't worry about it. Stop saying stuff, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She was good. Italia, what you got for me?
Okay, so are they really deadbeat fathers, or they can't get along today? Depends. It depends on the person. It depends on a lot of different factors. So there certainly are a lot of deadbeat fathers. And why are fathers so important? Well, my dad was my life. My mother died in a car accident when I was young. This isn't about me, but I just want to say why fathers are important to me. He had 15 kids. He worked construction till he was 87, and he took care of all of us. Can mothers really do it on their own? Yeah, they can. You have to break up your time, obviously. Like I myself have had 8 children, twins and triplets. And I worked. So you just really have to have a balance, and you have to have support. Like no one watched my children but either my sister or my father. That was it.
Okay, that's it right there. And then it do sound like you coming from a personal thing. I get you. But yeah, that was it for on that one though. That's how far we got.
So can I just say something
Go ahead.
for Josie?
Go
Josie, I
ahead.
hope I said your name right. First of all, you guys are being super hard because you're only listening your right to one side of the story. But remember, she doesn't know what he's doing in his life. So I have an example. My ex-husband, who is a professional man, he is, but whatever. He could not see the children for 2 years, but because he got caught with what can I call it? Coca-Cola, which I didn't even know he even did that because he was always on trips and stuff. So obviously he was, but so he couldn't see them for 2 years. And then I never stopped him. In fact, I even got a church member involved so that that person could take the children to McDonald's and he could have his visits. And then obviously when it was allowed, he could take them to the home and everything. He got this girlfriend. I allowed her in my house, no problem. But then when their relationship became closer, all of a sudden I realized, wait a minute, she's on the other line of the phone when I'm talking about the children, like school or maybe a doctor's appointment. I had a son that was sick for a little while, and I could not believe it. So then this rule came in that I could not talk to him about the children unless she was on the phone. I was like, what? But you know what? And then I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to stress over that. Let her. The only thing I had to say was I didn't want them, so take them. I mean, I don't. So I allowed her to be on the phone. Well, not allowed her. I just didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing because we're talking about the kids. There's nothing there to hide. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly. So I get it, Josie. Nobody knows what's going on the other side. I would have never known that.
That's
Whatever.
a fact.
I don't care
No,
what.
because
You
I
know
had
what's so right about you?
conversations
So
with
right
her,
about that.
and she seemed like a really nice girl. I
Hey,
really
you know the
liked
funny
her.
thing is nobody don't know what's going on the other side, but we got all these judgments about the other side. Though. That's a funny stuff, but whatever. But I was gonna say this right. So the base of the topic, right? I guess I'm talking about majority. Do y'all believe? I guess to reword this, the first green topic. Do you believe it's more deadbeat fathers or it's just people that can't get along? That's my base about that. So that's really what I'm coming to. So would y'all two real quick, just a quick answer because y'all just answer. Do y'all believe it's more deadbeats out here or is it people just can't get along?
Maybe it's they can't get along.
Okay. What? Okay. Italia, what you guys?
Yeah, I would say that they can't get along because you know what? You have to work.
What? I'm
Even
shocked at y'all answers. I
It
ain't gonna lie.
takes two to tango.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Okay, I'm shocked.
both wheels gotta be on the same page. If
Okay,
one
I'm
wheel is
glad y'all
going
being
one
real.
way, the other wheel has to go that way. But if you resist, then it's gonna be a problem.
Okay, I
you
mean,
have to meet with
hey,
them
we're
when
hearing it. We're hearing it already. I feel it though. But let me get Fly in and then a Bagger real quick because they haven't said anything. Let me go to open panel, y'all. After that,
Okay, hey, you want me to answer the prompt or you want me to
so you
can
could
I
do
address?
the first green one and the white one, and then both of you. Even when Fitness come in here, she do the first green one and the white one. Then we can do open panel again.
Okay.
Wait, did
Are
Bagger
they
already go?
Huh?
Did Bagger already go? I don't know if I
No,
missed
Bagger
it.
next.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
bro, what's up, Kev?
yeah,
What up? What up?
man,
What up, man? Long
Rachel,
time.
What's
Rachel.
good? What's good? I know, man. You know, I'll be outside for real, for real. Yeah. But I think what it is, man, and
Hold
in
up. It's
a lot
not
of
your
Wait,
turn
cases.
yet. It's not your turn yet. You right after Fly.
Oh, I was out there Italian, but it's all good.
Oh, you
Yeah, he
was?
was
Oh,
first. Yeah, he
oh,
was
this was.
first. That's
Oh,
why I was
okay.
asking.
Oh, that's why you're saying that.
see,
I thought Bag was after
hey,
that.
that's
Okay,
what I
okay.
get for talking shit. I'm sorry,
Well,
my fault.
nah, so it's Bagger, then Fly, then Fitness. Okay, okay. Let's get it.
But yeah, but just saying, man, I think a lot of times, man, both parties can't get along, you know what I'm saying? And it depends on, how bitter or petty, a side can get, you know what I'm saying, as to if the kids be able to, see the father or whatever like that. I've seen a lot of great men, bro, you know what I'm saying, like, do they damnedest to get next to their kid, crying in front of me, bro, because, the mother is, being petty on some bitter shit because they done moved on, they got a new chick or something like that, and they ain't really worrying about her, they just want to see the kid, the shit get real ugly, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, I think that's the case. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the parents can't get along. You know what I mean? It's a lot of great fathers out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
Why are fathers important? If not, why not? Can mothers really do it on their own? I mean, a father is important, man. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm the oldest of four. My father abandoned me and my siblings when I was 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? And it took a toll on me, heavy. You know what I mean? So, and I was spinning out like Tasmanian devil, man. Stop giving a fuck. You know what I mean? I failed the seventh grade. You know what I mean? And so it's an emotional damage and scar. You know what I mean? When the father is not present, especially for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Sons and daughters on both sides. And the mother, can they do it on their own? They do their damnedest, and salute to the mothers out here who's in the situation. But you can't really raise a boy. You can't raise a man. You know what I mean? So now you can't do it on your own. My mom, she was strong and could handle me in a sense, but I was still bugging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
yeah, like I said, I was spinning out, bro. Like I was in the streets for real. Like I failed the seventh grade because I didn't give a fuck, man. I wasn't even
You
going to
was
school.
YN?
Huh? I
You was,
mean, yeah, I mean, YN now is this it's just reckless now. You know what I'm saying? But back then, yeah, you know,
you
yeah,
was a
yeah.
partial. You was on a partial YN. You was
I
on
was a little demon, man. I was spinning
one.
out,
Okay,
and
I guess.
and honestly told, bro, it's because I was acting out, dog. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, for real. That's just real
All
shit.
right. Okay. Let's get Fly on in, and then Fitness, and then we can go to open panel. I know a lot of people got some stuff. Um, go ahead, Fly.
Okay, all right, Mr. Hosts. Shout out Rachel. Okay, are they really deadbeats, or they just can't get along today? No, they're deadbeats. I mean, they just are. And unfortunately, that's who our sisters pick. The cool guy, right? Think back to high school. The dudes on the whatever team and the dudes that had all the tattoos. I mean, they got a teardrop under their left eye, blah, blah, blah. All that. That's who they typically pick. And they ain't even supposed to be picking. Women are not supposed to be picking me. How you gonna pick somebody you don't even know? Do you know the shit that we pull as men? Ladies, look, pay attention. We will say and do anything to get into your panties. Oh my God, Fly O'Near, talk to the men and tell them to stop. Okay, I could. It ain't gonna work. We want to smash y'all. Sorry, it just is. So you could protect yourself by rotating these loser dudes, these baby daddies. I mean, if the dude, okay, look, the first red flag is if the motherfucker got a ankle bracelet on. Like you got an ankle bracelet on, okay, it's like all right, it should be a no brainer. Y'all still sleep with him? Like no, don't do that. At least get a copy of his driver's license. So when he steals your car, you'll know where at least who the person was. Y'all just be in love and popping balloons and swiping. No. Okay, I yield the floor, host.
All right, my brother. I hear you. Fitness. You got
Hey, how are you guys doing?
I'm blessed. I'm
All
blessed.
right. Okay. So all right, let me go with why our father's important. I believe it's very important. So I'm gonna say it from a couple different views. So like I was a major in psychology in school, and even dealing with relationships and having friendships with certain people in my life that didn't have their father in their life. I felt like sometimes it like really damages the man. Like not damages, I'm not gonna say, because you can heal from it, you could go to therapy, but it also sometimes makes men have like a certain view of women, like where don't like women. But I mean, they're attracted to women, but they really don't have that. Like if a man was in their life telling them like, hey, this is that, or having that stern, that backbone, I feel like sometimes they'll make a man want to argue back and forth with a female, or they'll be highly emotional. They won't have emotional intelligence. And I feel like a man can do that with boys in their life. You get what I'm saying? Also, I think it's really important for fathers to be in their son's life. Even just stuff with women, like teaching the right way, whether it's sexual health, also teaching them as well, because you got some of these old heads or elderly that'll tell the men like, oh yeah, try to get as many bodies as you can, which
True.
is I think that's very toxic in a
Yep.
sense, because like in other cultures they don't do that. Like they teach their sons how to be, you get what I'm saying, the provider of the house. They teach their sons about financial literacy. I feel like sometimes in the BLK community it's not being taught. You're teaching them to like, hey, run down as many girls as you can. And it's not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, but that's just like a big thing I've seen. Yeah, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. You good. All right. So I got a question, and my baby just sparked this one for me. I just thought about this because I have seen other women do this before too. Like when I say like fathers are needed, but then we like kind of add like specific things when we talk about fathers. So what about the mothers? Do we just feel like all mothers are fit? Do we don't have no specific thing we put behind mothers? So
No.
This is
Yeah,
not
mothers is wrong too.
because
Yeah, there's
I
mothers out
never
here
hear
that's
like
not
when we
right.
say mothers and then we don't add like feminine and submissive and nurturing. We just automatically, I guess we assume that they like that. I guess.
I feel as though mothers have a specific role. Yes,
Yeah,
we're
let's talk about it.
supposed
Let's
to
talk about it.
nurture our children. Yes, we're supposed to guide them.
Yeah,
But
I
but
it's
not
wanted
all
somebody to say
also
women
that.
are
I wanted
nurturing.
it's
somebody to say
also
that.
it's a partnership with the person you had the child with, or in my case, I have to substitute that.
She is fell for my
Find
trap card.
Most mothers think that they are awesome, amazing mothers just because they were basically stuck with the child. Like they literally didn't
Let's
have
talk about
like
it.
a real opportunity to leave the kid. To be honest,
Let's
Yeah,
talk
I
about it.
agree.
yeah,
I agree.
like
A lot of mothers is because they have no other choice, like Rachel said,
Mm.
and just because you are the only cohesive parent doesn't mean that the choices and the things that you do and make for your children are correct. I 100% agree with
Mm.
that statement. I feel like to be honest, these situations I feel like all stems from accountability on both ends, to be honest. But yes, you have a lot of mothers who are out here loud and wrong and emotional and are not making great choices and not putting the kids first.
I also think
You just
that
said the A
with
word.
women, I think with women and men, if you're not ready or married, you're not in a union, you shouldn't be laying down period anyways and having a child if you both it's not both what you want. So
Yes, I
like
agree with that too.
yeah, it goes all the way back to like basically ladies keep your legs closed and guys put a rubber on it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
Wait, what? I just thought about
I
that
agree
part.
with
Like, hold
that.
on, the guys need
like
to be this. You
ramp
about to
it
say
up, ramp it
discipline
up.
themselves. You gonna tell the
I
ladies to
agree
keep their
because
legs
women
closed and
are
no, okay, I'm
what
saying
they
well
using
The
the
okay, I'm
rubber
carriers
on?
of
saying
children. So yeah.
I mean,
y'all
if we
get what I'm
really
saying.
technically
Like If you
I
is
get
gonna
you.
be freaky deaky, just wrap it
I
up. Like
get you
it's
though, but it's
all.
like it was funny. We just go,
I'm
we
sorry, I
we
probably didn't
gonna
say it
make the ladies be
outright.
asking it and say to man, just put a rubber on it.
My bad,
Yeah.
yo. I probably said it wrong.
I get you though. I get what you're saying though. That was just so funny though. That was a double standard
Don't be
though.
going raw without no
They both need to
clothing.
close their legs. Shoot, that's the
My
issue.
bad, my bad.
Nah, you.
I didn't mean this because I'm
Honestly.
not double standard, so I didn't mean to say. I think I was just talking fast.
No,
So
I get what you
yeah.
mean. I get what you mean. Though. We get they just like
But you can have a ring on
people
it
need to be
and have
responsible
kids with
overall.
somebody and still end up a single mom. So
That's true, Josie. That is true. That is
Josie,
true.
I
But
need
we're
you to
not
put some
negating
spirit
the
in your
fact
life,
that.
man.
But what we're saying is that people who make the decision to actively say, I want to be in a partnership with somebody, I want to create legacy, I want to be married, instead of just saying we just sleeping around and we had an accident baby. Not saying it like that. All babies are blessings. God said that every child is a blessing, period. You know? But it's
Amen.
the emotional intelligence behind saying, no, I want to marry this person. I want to be committed. Now, yes, Josie, you are 100% correct. There are a lot of women who have took that and still became single mothers, but it's just the decision making behind the fact. Now, if you try to be a wife or a husband and it didn't work out and you got kids and you're single, then that's just a mistake. But a lot of these people are making choices and not mistakes. They're not even taking the time to say, well, let me at least try to be committed. Let me at least try to get married. If we really going down that route, we shouldn't be having sex till we're married. That's why God said what he said. But because we are not listening to the Lord, and I am a victim, not a victim, but I am a person who did have sex before marriage. Thank God I was blessed to be able to have my children by my husband, but I could have been in that I could have been a product of not listening to the Lord. So I think that we're not listening to the Lord, and then we turn around and we have these babies out of wedlock, and these situations are terrible because we didn't listen to the word in the first place.
Yeah, man, doing shit just to be doing shit is crazy. You got 4
Me
kids
and
and 3
me and my
baby
baby aligned.
daddies.
We both knew the clap already. That was crazy. So crazy.
Well, I think too
Yeah.
that, you know what, like I had a very strong Italian father, and my mother was great until she became an alcoholic, and then she died, as
What
I
do an
said.
Italian father mean?
Well, the thing is that it was through thick and thin. Even though my mother,
Like turned into a slobbering binge drinker. And I can't, I know that sounds really hard, but you don't have to like people who hurt you, right? Even if it's your mom. And like I said, she ultimately died in a car accident when I was 19. But the point is that my father and both my mother, through thick and thin, no matter how bad it got, okay, my father even gave my mother her own bedroom. She didn't know that was going to happen. Put a lock on his door. But you know what? He still took us out on his only day off as a family every Sunday. Breakfast, Italian music, we'd be singing in the car, right? That was the thing. You have to be man enough to be able to withstand that. And a woman has to be, that's the real commitment. And the woman has to be totally dedicated to the marriage as well. Through thick and thin, you have to have forgiveness. And today, we don't have forgiveness.
Okay, I agree
Yeah,
with
that's
We
that.
have
facts.
divorce.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We have divorce.
Yeah, forgiveness, patience, that stuff is all. That's why all I teach really on my stuff. A lot. That's why we can't get along. Patience, forgiveness, empathy, letting go, healing, accountability. Boy, I done heard that word. I said, no, I'm finding my accountability people up, man. Boy, I've been talking about that for years. But yeah.
Fruits of the spirit.
Right. There you see. Yeah.
It's a domino effect, though, man. A lot of these women, they see what their mom did, see what their grandma did. You know what I mean? 4 kids, 5 kids, 3 baby daddies. It's a domino effect. It's hard to stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah, but
they
wasn't
do
it
the
you
best
who
they
was
can,
saying
bro.
stuff about having sex with women? Who was it? What man on here was talking about, oh, it was almost like you were putting the accountability on the woman. My father always said that too. hey, hey, Tina, once I started menstruating, he's like, he tried to tell me the birds and the bees, so to speak. And he said, a woman will always hold the bag. And I'm thinking, what the hell is a bag? I don't even know what he's talking about. But he was right. I understand it now as an adult. He was like, no, you'll always be responsible. Your life will always be different if a man gets you pregnant.
Yeah.
And that's why father is important, right? Those words he said to
Well, how
you
about
echo
they
to you
tell the
right
truth?
now. You know what I'm saying? Like those words always echo through when the father is speaking. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important for the father to be in the house and be, you know what I'm saying, in the kids' lives.
Yep.
Hold
Those
on, let me
words
see my
echo, man.
TT up here, man. I want to see what she about to. What you got for me, TT? Go to bed.
I ain't got nothing but an invoice for this rent. Okay, what you got?
Oh shit.
Oh God.
Got a
Nothing.
galaxy? Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
Lord.
Said a galaxy.
I just came up here to tell you that you need to go to bed, and
Dang.
you've been up on these platforms for 15 hours a day.
I just
Need
can't
some
do that
rest.
no more.
Uh, just found it interesting that I'll answer the prompt. What is it? I'm working in the garage. What is it? The first screen it says something about deadbeat dads.
Yeah, are they really deadbeats basically today, or is majority deadbeats today, or people just can't get along?
Well, of course there are deadbeats, and there's two things can be true at the same time. People can't get along, and there are deadbeats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so two things can be true at the same time. But see, here's the problem. The problem that I have with women, I have to say this because the problem that I have with women is he wasn't a deadbeat when you was laying with him.
Mm.
He wasn't a deadbeat when you was spending time with him. He only became a deadbeat after you realize what. How come we don't realize those things in the beginning? Our problem with women is that they don't take accountability for the actions of who they choose to lay down with. The
And
problem
neither
I
do the
have the
men. Neither do the men.
Oh, she must have stung you, didn't she? You had to cut her off. Hmm.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was the first thing that came to my mind. Is neither do the men.
You could put that in the comments.
Yeah, it go both ways.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not. Okay.
it's amazing to me. Do you see how long it took? See, that's why in my experiment worked. That wasn't nothing but an experiment because they can't stay quiet long enough before we hear them say. Now, I just said before I started going into detail, I just literally said, yeah, there are deadbeats and there are people who don't get along. But then I went over into talking about the problem that I have with women is that they don't take accountability. I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about a woman right now. Because if you look at the statistics and you look at the condition of a lot of our women, y'all some deadbeats too.
Mm.
But we don't ever want to talk about that. See, I just got done watching a whole bunch of videos with y'all sitting up here allowing certain things to happen to your children. I watched the video with a man talking about how his mother allowed every boyfriend that she ever had in her house abuse him. See, we don't never like to talk about deadbeat women. Just because you got the kids don't mean you raising kids. You just maintain it. And half the time you're not doing that. So I didn't want to really go there. But what I am saying is that it is a problem with women. And this is why y'all will never be free. Is because for one, that attitude, well, the men too, that's childish. That keeps you, block you from forgiveness. You up here talking forgiveness, but you don't forgive. Because if you
Mm.
did, you wouldn't even have to make that statement. It wouldn't even
Damn.
matter. So what that the men did what they did? What did you do?
Why are
What
you
did you do?
yelling?
What did you agree to? Because I feel like it.
You sound like you've been. I am a
Feel like it.
psychology major. You
I
sound like you've been
feel
hurt
like it.
before.
I have, just like you. Who
Right.
hasn't?
Well,
Who hasn't?
okay, but
Who hasn't?
just don't
Who
project that
and
on
if
all
you can
women because not
please
all women are
mute,
the
and
same.
if
But
you
okay.
could please mute, and if you could please mute, my nephew ain't said nothing to me. If you could please mute and be polite, because see, all them psychology classes, it ain't showing right about now because you can't even stay on mute.
Shannon, don't come for me, but go ahead.
You can't even stay on mute. I don't even know who I'm talking to. Can't even see my phone.
You just
But
came on
it's
here
but
highly
I
emotional. I'm
can
just saying it looks
I
like you need some
can
type
you
of
please
therapy.
mute?
That's
I
all.
do need therapy. Who doesn't?
Okay. I'm just at least
I
you
do
No,
take
too. And
because
accountability for it.
you
yeah,
speaking the truth.
because I can.
Right.
You know why? Because I
Mm-hmm.
can't admit the truth. That's the problem with y'all can't do. You
Mm.
Oh, I
can't
can
admit the
speak the
truth.
truth.
Okay, well, can you please mute Kevin? This is the problem right here. This is why. This is why we got women on social media right now talking about going to the KKK and asking YT men to unalive our men because they build up bitterness and hate. And then they keep talking about
You
all
sound
of
like the
these
only one bitter
classes.
up here though. Nobody else is bitter. Everybody's in a good spirit. We were all just talking about God. We was all talking about you came up here with that negative energy. What is she talking about? Yeah, thank you. Get off. Like,
No, she didn't say anything negative. She was speaking the truth. She talked about
no.
how there are. Oh, well, I'll just say that the
Was an
auntie who
accident.
came on here, auntie was 100% correct. Everything that she said to me, I believe, was the truth. And it feels like she said deadbeats. Yeah, you got men who are deadbeats. But then she spoke on the women. And yes, you do have women who are bitter and emotional at heart and they're not making the correct choices. So yeah, I agree with what auntie said.
But
Let me
Jay,
Hmm.
finish
right?
out. Let me
I
finish
agree
out what
with
I
you
was
too,
saying because
Jay.
I
It
know
just
who the
was
person right
very
here is
it was
that
a
is
delivery.
rudely interrupting me. Let me let her go down for a minute, y'all, and then I'll go back off and y'all can have it back. Kevin, give me a second because I know who that is. She's offended from last live that we
I
was
can
in
tell
together.
it's something she
Yeah,
know because she wasn't
she's
acting like that
offended.
before you
She's
got in
offended.
here.
Yeah, she's offended. She knows who I am, so she don't like what I have to say because we've been in the live before, and so
Hmm.
she come up here and she's upset. Excuse me, I get passionate sometimes. But when y'all unmute, this why you don't unmute. Don't unmute when people are talking. All I'm saying is y'all not taking accountability. And y'all are blaming these men. They were not deadbeats when you were laying with them. They were not deadbeats. Y'all didn't have nothing to say when y'all was dealing with them. Y'all don't hold yourselves accountable. Never. It's always, well, the men do it too. That's childish. See, when we was coming up, when we were kids, I couldn't go to my father and say, "Well, so and so did such and such too, Dad. It wasn't just me." You know what he'd tell me? I don't care about them. What did I tell you? I don't care about them. They're not a part of the equation. It's what I taught you. It's what I instructed you. And when you fail at what I told you to do, nobody else matters in this moment but you. You need to learn. Accountability does not mean including somebody. It's for you to stand there all by yourself and take accountability for your actions totally. Now it's up to the other person to do that for themselves, but do it for you. Because when you don't do it for you, you end up being 45 and 50 years old, 60 and 70, still mad at the baby daddy that you was with,
Uh,
still mad at the circumstances, still mad that he never picked you, still mad that he never married you, still mad at what about whatever it is he did because you could not release anger. That's all I wanted to say. And so all I'm saying, Kevin, is there is no true forgiveness. You can hear when people speak. This is not forgiveness. The forgiveness does not include the other person when you're dealing with yourself. Because guess what? And when y'all want to talk about the kingdom of God, well, let me give you a glimpse. Because this is what the Bible say. When you get your opportunity to get in the face of the king and he has to judge your life, Kevin ain't gonna be standing right there next to you. Rachel ain't gonna be right there standing next to you. Ain't nobody on TikTok gonna be standing right there next to you. It's just gonna be you and him. And
mhm.
you got to give an account for your own self. So you better get practicing and learn now. Because if you don't, you gotta go and get somewhere. Because he ain't taking that. You got to be true. And that's what problem is. Y'all not true enough. Just stand there and take your own accountability. Stop including other people. Because then they ain't go, oh, you know what, Lord? Kevin, when I was on his live, the reason why I said that, no. No. It don't work like that. He gonna cut that stuff right off in the nub. It ain't happening. So this ain't true forgiveness. It sound good. It look good, but it ain't that.
Amen.
All right, can I say something, host? Since I
Yes,
let
and
her
you better
talk.
not attack my TT. You better
No,
not.
I'm not.
We've
I'm
been
not.
doing good all day. So.
Right, I'm not messy. I don't do that.
All right, for sure. I got you.
So I get what she's saying. I agree with some of the stuff she's saying. All I was saying was it was just the delivery of how she came up here. My thing is, if you're a Christian, right, and you believe in
You
God,
see what I'm saying?
you're
It's a
supposed to.
personal attack with her all the time.
No, I'd never even
Kevin,
seen you
I'm gonna
before,
bid you a
Tiana. I
good
don't
night.
know you.
You do know who I am. Stop lying.
But laugh.
I'm gonna
I
bid
let
you a
her
good night,
talk
Kevin,
though.
because she's starting the same stuff that she did before. She
Tiana,
can't
I've
let it
never
go.
seen you on a panel
Well,
before.
I
He
do
just
want to see
literally
what you.
said, "Don't address me," and you still did it.
I'm not addressing you. I'm
No, I'm
saying
about
You
to
it
see
was the
are
what.
talking
Listen, I want to
delivery.
see
about me,
what's her.
though.
I do want to see what's her issue. Like, what's the
Laugh. Can I
problem with
say
delivery
something?
though? Because
That's
I want to see
fine.
this. What it's
That's
gonna add
fine.
up
But
to.
I don't need her to. I don't need her. I don't need all of that. Because your
Okay.
delivery, you
How,
gaslight. You gaslight. That's one thing you do. You
ma'am? I've
gaslight,
never
and then
seen you before
you
on
have
these
seen me
lives.
before.
No, I
Yes,
have
you.
not.
Yes, you have. You was in
I
True's
guess
live
she's
with
just
me,
making this
and
up. I
you.
don't know. I never
No,
seen her.
exactly. Yeah, I'm making it
But
up.
laugh. Do you see what I'm saying? I didn't get to finish my point. But
Yeah, I didn't
you
either.
guys disconnected
I
me
didn't
for.
either. I did it.
You did.
Not
You was
him.
on mute. Now laugh. Can I finish saying what I was saying? If you're walking in love and you're walking in life, I have the gift of prophecy and I have the gift of discernment, right? If you're so loving, it's a way that you can say that to somebody or say it to a group of people. To me, it doesn't apply. So I'm not bothered or offended by it. That's okay. I get everything she was saying. All I was saying is if you walk with God, you're going to walk with love and light. That's all I was saying. She didn't have to say it like how it just came off like really abrasive and
What part?
Love and light is
that's all
telling
I'm
the
saying.
truth, and
Right. That's what
sometimes
I'm
the
about to
truth
say.
hurt.
Right.
Right, but
God will correct and punish his children as so, because he wants us to be on the right path. So that whole
right.
Christian and your delivery and all of that, no, my delivery is to help you to be set free so
Mm-hmm.
that you can stop being bitter and you can have forgiveness in your heart.
But it does not apply to me. I'm not bitter.
So why
So
do you
God
keep
is
being offended by what Auntie saying then and
all I'm
talking?
saying is God is love. That's all
Okay,
I'm
God is
saying.
also correction. God is
Right.
also discipline. God is
But
also
also if you
Yeah,
obedience.
but
guys
you're not judges. You're not God.
exactly
It says
if
to
somebody
judge
comes
righteously by the
Wait, hold on. How
Spirit.
right.
you? But you're
But I'm
judging
coming up on
her
y'all live. How
delivery.
you don't know God is using
I'm
me as a
judging anyone.
vessel to teach y'all something? That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm just
so hold on.
how
I
can you teach us when you don't even have the accountability for what she's saying?
I never said I didn't take accountability for it doesn't apply to me. I said I'm not bitter.
So why
Can
are
I
you
ask a
And
question?
offended?
then all I was saying, Jay, was that there's a certain way if you're a Christian that you can be
No,
you're
you
supposed to give
keep
people
trying to
love.
categorize Christians as being love and light, but what I'm telling you is that love, real true
You're
love, is
telling a prophet
correction.
this though. You're telling somebody who has a gift,
I have
right?
a gift too. I'm pretty sure Auntie do
Okay,
too,
so
and
if you
a lot
have
of
a
people
gift,
on
you
here do
wouldn't be
too.
getting upset like this when I'm saying what
I'm
I'm
not upset.
saying.
It's the passion. I want you to understand that when God loves you and he sends people to tell you something, it's not going to be the way you want it to sound. Real prophets don't tell you what you want to hear. They tell you the
Ex-
truth and the word of God.
I never said that. I
Mm-hmm.
never took that away from you guys. I never
Okay.
said that her speaking in truth. I just
Mhm.
said when you're coming up here and it's kind of like you're being just, and then she's like, "Oh, I know you," and I've never seen her on a panel before. That's also ain't that lying? Isn't
so
that
all
against
right.
the Bible?
Before it went that far
You're
though,
misunderstanding.
you can't act like because now you is doing like you act like you gaslight from this point because you did flat out say you gotta be real. You literally was like, what she was saying. You was
I
like,
didn't say nothing. I
you
just
basically was saying that
okay,
she
go
needed therapy and all this other stuff, and it's like
ahead.
Right.
I'm
Right.
thinking Italian was gonna be the one attacking her, but it was you.
What?
That's what caught me off guard. I was like, what the heck, finesse? You know,
But I never attacked her. I just said it
I
sounded
mean,
like she's
But
been hurt
you
before
still
coming from
came
a
all the way off mute. You came all the way off mute just to say that she talking harsh, even though she ain't cuss or nothing. She just very direct. I mean, I'll be very direct my dang on self. Even
I
though I
am
be trying to lighten up,
too.
but I don't think, yeah, I don't know. It's nothing cause like I bet you can't even name nothing she said that was degrading or anything. She just basically was just telling women to be very accountable. That's all it is. Cause a lot of times they run away from it.
Right, but my whole thing is you're coming up here with a group of women, not all women. This doesn't apply to all of us. So it was just how, like I said, it just sounded really abrasive. And I'm like, well, wait, if you're
Okay, if
coming
it
from a
don't
place of
apply, let it
God,
fly.
this is the problem. Like as adults, we can never just listen to each other. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
and when you
But it
yell,
was only a couple
people
though, a couple people that didn't understand it. Then we got a few that did understand it. I mean, well, a lot of people that understood it though. So I mean, it's just it's like the thing is,
If it
we
don't
should
apply,
focus
just let it
more
fly.
on the message, not the delivery though. That's the thing. We kind of get tied into that,
Mhm.
but that
No,
that
I
tell us
agree.
things
I
that's
agree with Shanna was
yeah.
saying. I agree that women do need to take accountability. I was just saying I thought she was like hurt or something because she came on here kind of like
Yeah, I
kind of
think a lot of
yelling. That's
us.
why I was like, whoa,
One
what
thing you're gonna learn
happened?
about speakers as speakers, yes, a lot of us is hurt, right? But we not hurt for ourselves. We hurt for how society is moving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everybody
Right.
got some type of hurt in them. You know, because sometimes it's just disappointing. It's very disappointing to see how certain things go and seeing how kids getting raised a certain way. So yes, if we want to use
Right.
the word hurt, everybody got it in them in some type of way.
Okay, I agree
That's
with
where a
that.
lot of
I'll give it
passion
that.
come from. Yes, a lot of us gonna be. Shoot, you lucky. Motivation ain't talk. He told him. I was just about to say that's my boy too, and he got a lot of energy. You could tell he like
Yeah,
he
motivation
from the
cool
he'll
though.
come to you military. You would dang there probably want to feel like
Yeah.
crying if he started talking. So
No,
that's why I said
motivation's cool.
we
I've
really
seen him
can't
before.
base it off delivery a lot of time. We just got to really look at the message and stuff. Cause like I literally like in this room, I tell people to stick their chest out for real, like because like. As long as ain't no disrespect behind it or nothing like that, shoot, everybody got their ways of how they express themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's all about just kind of focusing on the main thing for real. That's all.
I know. I think I just was thrilled when she said that she knew me. I've never seen her before. That's why I was like, wait, what? I was confused.
Yeah, well,
But
we'll just let it go.
Sometimes you
We'll let
just
that
gotta
go.
listen to
you
the
think it was
message
going to be
and
Italian.
not
Why?
focus on the delivery.
right.
Josie I mean, you said your name right? Oops.
Yeah, you said my name
Okay.
right.
I ain't want to get cussed out again, but I'm about to say that
I'm not gonna
she been
curse you
catch me
out.
off guard though. Like some of the stuff I don't be thinking she be agreeing with. Okay, I'm like, okay,
I'm just listening
I'm
and then
half and
like I
half with you a
love when
little bit.
elders
I
talk
was against you a
because
little bit. I'm half and half. I'll let you say, okay.
can I ask y'all a question though? Where everybody from?
I live in Pennsylvania.
I'm from accountability.
Oh, I live in Kansas City.
Kansas?
Hey,
hmm
motivation.
You from Pennsylvania?
Hey, what's
Okay.
good, family? How's everyone doing, man?
Yo.
What's going on, my brother Kev? Hey,
Y'all
Rachel,
talking
everybody
or
on the panel, respect.
I'm from Chicago.
I'm from
Oh, the
Boston.
chop time. What?
hey.
That ain't that far. It's not far from like
That's
Ohio.
why I can understand y'all so good. Like
Oh, what? Okay.
nah, I've been on a panel with like a lot
Josie is
of
half and
southern
half. I don't know if
people.
I want to. It's like I wanted to go against her at one point. I don't know. Dang.
Maybe she ain't from your tribe. That's
Oh,
psychologically.
I think yeah, I think she's balanced. She's balanced enough. There's some stuff I probably didn't agree with, but she kind of balanced though. I like her. Now Italian, you that's talking. It's like no, stop.
Oh my God.
You been
I feel
playing
like
victim all this
Italian.
time,
Are
the
you
whole
from
entire
Jersey,
time.
Italian?
No, I'm from Boston.
Boston. Close
Oh,
enough.
that's a strong. I
Oh,
can hear that accent. I can hear
yeah, I
that
love
accent
The
for
it.
real.
accent, like that real
That's
thick
cool, man.
accent. Like Jersey, some Jersey people have that same accent.
I love Boston accents.
You
You're
always
not
say like
far from
Ricky
me,
Pinto.
Italian class.
All right, man. We ain't about to make this whole live about where you from. All right,
All
let's get
right.
motivation in real quick. What we got?
So, all right. So, okay, the first question. Which questions we answering? With just the first,
We just on the
second.
first. You can do the first three actually, cause yeah,
I
they done
got you,
made me
brother.
extend it to 10 o'clock now, man. It done got
I
so
got
good,
you.
man.
Okay. All right. So, now, are there really deadbeats or just they just can't get along today? I'm gonna say it like this. I think there's nuance for every single circumstance and situation. So there's several questions you have to ask. If you're talking about if a father's a deadbeat, we have to bring into an equation what is his interaction with the mother of his children. One, okay. Two, now is there, and again, it's not blaming. It's saying is there certain things she is doing to maybe keep him from seeing his kids? Because this is what ends up happening. What ends up happening is sometimes if a man decides he doesn't want to be with a woman anymore, the woman will then take it personal and try to keep the child from him in retaliation for him not wanting to be in a relationship with the woman. And a man being a father to his child and being in a relationship with the woman is two separate things. And we have to learn to separate that and learn how to parent even from separate households respectfully. Why are fathers important? If not, why not? Can mothers really do it on their own? Fathers are extremely important. Fathers provide a different perspective, especially for male children. They can teach their son how to be stoic, how to control his emotions, not ignore his emotions, but how to responsibly deal with his emotions so he does not suppress them. But he also communicates how he's feeling in a way in which he's not over emotional all the time. So fathers are most definitely important. Can mothers really do it on their own? They can, but it's the missing component of the father, that masculine present. When you have a masculine man showing a young man how to be a man, how to be a young man, how to deal with certain circumstances within life. It's important, and that's what I do for my sons. Do missing fathers create YNs? Well, this is the thing. YNs come from, not always, they come from homes where a father is not present and a young man does not know how to be a masculine male, where he's over emotional in his behavior. He's over emotional in his actions. He's over emotional in the decisions he makes within his life. So he will fly off the handle if someone steps on his J's. So you end up having a situation where he pew someone because someone stepped on his shoes. Brush shoes, wipe it off, calm down. But this is the thing, ladies, you have to understand, we are influenced by our environment. So if a young man grows up around his mother and he watches his mother respond or behave a certain way emotionally, whether you realize it or not, he's being programmed by that. He's being programmed by that. If there's not a masculine man around him that teaches him a different way to operate with dealing with his emotions and his feelings, then that's a programming internally that will come out. And it comes out way too often. And we're seeing the proof of it in society today. I'm going to land my plane.
What's a YN?
A young African American, a young man, a young.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not a YN. A YN is somebody who's a young African American that's disrupting society.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. I understand that, but I'm saying that's without saying. I understand that. Yes.
Like, I don't want y'all to just say it's just a young African American male and not, it just think it's every young African American male.
No,
'Cause
no,
it's
ma'am.
not.
It's not every
No,
young
I'm
man.
not.
No,
I'm
it's
not.
not.
No, not you. Whoever asked that, whoever said what they
me.
said.
It was the white girl. I hate having to say that.
Just say Italian. Your
Thank you.
name.
Can I hear? I mean,
Ain't nobody care.
You're fine. Yeah, anyways, I don't even like that term anyways. Like, we need to let go of that term anyways. Oh yeah, Josie, you sounded like you wanted to say something to motivation earlier. Did you forget? Oh, did I say your name wrong again? I'm
No, you
sorry.
didn't.
Now, what
No,
about
actually,
we
Oh
got
I
it.
God,
lost
I
my
be scared I'm
train of
about to
thought
get
because he
whooped.
was still talking.
Well, I
I
be feel
didn't
like
want to just.
I said I don't want that treatment that somebody got earlier.
Actually, I pretty much agree with what
A
you were
matter of fact, that
saying.
was you.
But what I wanted to interject on is you were talking about, can mothers really do it on their own? I feel as though they can if they can supplement that male figure for their sons. I feel as though
Okay,
if
so
Any
you want to
mother
be a
saying they do
single
it on their own, they
mom,
better not be crying
you
about their
have to
benefits.
have some type of positive male influence in your child's life, whether they're
so
male or
then
female.
So then by definition, right, if we're talking about definition, that's not doing it on your own because of that male influence. For instance, for me, it was my uncle. So it was my uncle that was the positive male influence. And my big brother from Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So they were the positive male influence. But by definition, that's not doing it on your own because of that other individual, that male presence in his life that is a role model.
You
Thank
know
you
what's
for your
crazy?
answer.
I know I got this from my father, but that when you said, and I think it's a great organization, and you know the what you call it, that organization for young boys, like Little Sister, Big Brother, whatever. I don't like my father. He never let anybody pass the kitchen. No boy came across the kitchen, and he always made sure that we had a bra on. He'd say, "You got a bra on?" Okay, so he even knew when it. I don't want to get gross. So, but he even knew if I, let's just say, was on time. I don't even know how this man knew these things, but he did, or maybe he was whispering my mom. But the reason is because you can't trust anybody to touch your children anymore. Like even a male on a male. I would be worried if I left my kid with somebody I didn't know that they touched them in some way. I'd go ballistic. Today you can't. It's true.
No, I can. Okay. What?
No, I'm laughing at Laugh or Learn. I'm sorry.
That's why he's called Laugh or Learn, child. You're a jokester.
He said somebody passed gas.
I heard that. I did. I heard it.
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It was me.
Oh,
I forgot to mute the thing, but I couldn't hold it. I'm sorry.
oh wow.
That was a good one.
Wait, who was it?
Oh, that's why she was
I
cracking
think
up
y'all
so hard.
heard
She
it.
knew it was
I think
her.
y'all heard it.
Wow.
Can you?
Oh,
That's why
protein
I'm like,
gas.
dog, I know.
Don't judge me, y'all.
Hey, I'm gonna
Don't
have to
judge
look at
me.
the playback, Kev. Babe, I'm gonna have to
Don't judge me, y'all.
because I missed it. Wow.
No, because you know I'm into fitness, so I drink a lot of like green smoothies and green juice and stuff.
I
So
said,
I'm
bro,
sorry.
just gonna speak in the middle, just gonna play it off.
I didn't
I'm
even think
glad
it
you
was
see.
loud.
I turn it all the way new leaf on you too now. You being real. She held herself accountable
Sounds like a
too.
man passing gas. Okay.
I ain't never
I
heard that
swore
level
y'all
of
didn't hear
accountability.
it. That's why I was like, oh. And then when I see him put the comment, I
We
was dying.
did, but Kev sure did. I did not hear it.
I did. It went
I was. I
Oh,
swear
you
I'm
heard
too.
it in time?
I'm too immature. I'm too immature.
Wait, Italia, make the sound. What did you hear?
It's just like.
I had a salad earlier.
Just stop, man. You making me cry. Don't make it worse, dog.
Did you sharp? Did you sharp?
I was straight up about to blame it on my boy. I just stayed quiet. And you, he said,
Oh wow.
I'll take the
It's
blame.
storming.
I
I know it's not
thought he was
storming.
just
Excuse
getting
me, I
you
gotta
into
go
this
change my
conversation and
underwear.
forgot.
Oh god, that's embarrassing. I
I
didn't
feel,
think
now I
nobody
feel like
heard
that's
it.
disrespectful now. It's the opposite way.
No, I didn't mean to.
He like, shut up. I ain't trying to hear that.
I got
No,
tomato in my underwear. I'll be
I
right back.
thought my mic was on mute. Like I didn't know. And then when you put it, I was like, oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Hey, you talking about motivation delivery? I got one delivery for you.
I can't believe she addressed it. Like I can't
I
believe
know.
she
That's
got
why I
off
said
mute.
I look at her
She
a
got
whole
off
different
mute
light. She
and
know about
laughed.
accountability. Nah,
Like
what the heck?
what?
I ain't.
Natural
At least she
female.
being real.
I
I'm
would
gonna see. I gotta give her
never.
some
I
points
would,
for being
man.
real.
I would probably drop off.
No, because it's you know how when you into fitness and all that, like you
And
drink
with
the
no
green
coins, go ahead and buy you some
smoothies.
tissue. So
It's
sorry.
just that. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all.
We all do
Hey,
that.
I appreciate it. That was my laugh for the night, man. Just for even being real. At least I know you was, man.
Oh man, I thought I got away with it too. I was like, ain't nobody
Man,
here.
I straight was about to blame my boy Motivation. I was like, now you want to have a phone call? Now you want to have a phone call? Oh yeah, you gonna crack up, babe. Soon as you listen to that replay, you go
Oh,
crack
I'm
up.
gonna listen to it because especially the way Italian said it sounded.
I'll
Oh my
tell you,
God.
dog. I thought I was the only one to this. She said so. I said, I know somebody else heard it with me.
It was one after the other. It was kind of like it rolled together. It was a
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
not rolled together.
Oh man, that's embarrassing.
I needed that. Hey, see, we back to laughing and learning. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why fathers go missing. Fitness is passing
No,
away.
Y'all gotta give me grace. Y'all gotta give me grace because like it's the green
fine,
smoothie
you're
and
fine.
stuff.
Hey man, at least we know you're on your health journey.
Yeah.
Man, that makes it even worse. I'm just thinking about green smoothie part.
That's what I said. Did you have to change your underwear?
My gosh,
No,
yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah, go ahead and drop now and go change some drawers.
No,
Did,
it wasn't
did
like
enough
that,
dropping
y'all.
already, man.
No, it was just
Voodoo
a
particles
flatulence.
all in there.
It was just a little flatulence. That's all.
I like that was the cute version of it. Okay, flatulence.
Before
I
she
really
showers
didn't think.
tonight, she gonna see little green particles.
No, I really didn't think nobody was going to hear it. I didn't think nobody heard it. That's why I was just like, okay.
Man, I straight thought it was my boy too. I was so ready to get on his head. Like, bro, you thought nobody heard that?
Is that why he
tried to
got
talk.
off? He just jumped off.
You try to talk loud.
Oh man.
All right, okay, all right, we back.
I mean,
She gonna change. She gonna go. I was just about to say that too. Like, yeah. I want to get to it. Go ahead. You can
How
start it.
can we keep fathers in the house, Jay?
Right, I was
wait,
just
so you
thinking
can
about
run the
looking at that
lives
topic,
back?
man.
That's
Not with fitness
embarrassing.
around.
Oh my god. Y'all probably gonna be talking about that all week.
Yeah, me and my baby gonna get on the phone. We gonna replay live.
Right. Remember that? See what?
Okay, but how can we keep fathers in the house? I'm serious. Go ahead, Jay.
I just wanted to see other people's opinion. I think mine might be a little harsh, so I just wanted to see what everybody else
Yeah,
is.
you better. Okay, yeah, I'll leave the harsh for last, but stick your chest out for now on though. But yeah, no, ain't no such thing as no harsh.
I will. I just okay.
I think well, I know people don't like this guy, but I mean he was saying like incentivize them. Maybe like, you know,
Give him a gift card.
What is I can't even say the fucking word. What do you mean?
a gift card is great.
You gotta give them little rewards
Oh my god. No,
to be your father? Like, come
no,
on.
I'm just saying. I'm saying like I mean maybe like you know fathers who are in the home like maybe they get like free gym memberships, free therapy, whatever, something free.
Free therapy.
What? Why y'all down in my
Therapy
thing?
is not free.
Huh?
You know what I think is
No,
when you're
I think that would be great. Why y'all down in
That
this?
would, because that probably help resolve a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah, I was about to
that.
say that sounds good.
That's
Right.
if they're willing to go.
Right, you're right, Josie.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Oh, there you go. Somebody already preached down there already. That'll get them. Free PlayStation 5. There you go.
Oh my god, how you know
That's
you're
a
not
fact.
gonna take it
I think the live is over already. That's all we had to hear. Somebody got the best one.
Yo, that's crazy.
We done already.
I think you have to, like I noticed with my parents, that you have to have like values, okay? Like if a two home parent and then they're more likely to stay together. You know what I mean? If your grandparents went through crap and stayed together, then there's more of a likelihood that you know what I mean, that your father and your mother will stay together,
And you
right?
know what went through crap and
Right.
stayed together?
The ones that
What?
pray together.
Yep, facts.
You said y'all know who went through crap and stayed together?
Is it about men?
Who?
Oh God, I do.
Not Adam
Fitness,
and Eve,
My
right?
fitness cheeks from earlier.
Oh my
Michelle, Barack Obama.
God.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I thought we was done off of it.
Oh my God.
All right,
We
I
might
swear
as
that's the
well.
last one.
No,
Okay,
watch.
I'm
This
done.
gonna be the bid for the week. Watch. I'm back. Oh my
Oh my God,
gosh.
y'all are
All
bad.
right, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
Yo, let's be honest.
I had to get that one out.
I'm so mad y'all heard it. I didn't think I was gonna hear it, man.
How can
It's
we
all
keep
right.
fathers
We humans, man. All right.
Everybody farts. It's okay.
That's a fact. I get you. I feel it.
How can we keep fathers in the house? I'm trying to think about that
Oh,
too.
y'all
I
think I'm
mean,
playing? Y'all think I'm playing? My
Or
man said it down there.
women stop nagging. Because women could be
Trap them
Ooh,
in the
nagging.
okay.
basement.
Wait, who said that?
Me, stop nagging.
Okay,
Trap them in the
okay.
basement.
trap them in
Put
the
him in the bait. Oh
basement.
my.
Who said that?
Dang. Wow.
Damn.
Oh my.
I think
It's a
nagging is
joke.
a big
It's
one
a
because I think
joke.
women could drive men crazy sometimes.
You said what?
That's true.
Like
Yeah, I think
stop
nagging is a big one. I
nagging,
ain't
like
gonna lie.
nagging.
And that's
Mm.
why you put her in another bedroom and you get a lock on your door. Like my father did.
Dang.
Get a lock on the
That's
door.
why he did it.
No,
So
that's
nigga
why they
lock
get
himself a
free
business.
therapy and gym memberships.
Mm.
I'm
Somebody
telling
said
you.
free PlayStation 5. That might work. That
I'm
Hell
telling you.
no. That's gonna
Y'all
create
think,
problems.
man,
You're
Let
gonna
you
me
be
don't.
get them
nagging
Oh
in the
about
my.
basement.
you're gonna be nagging
Until
about the
PlayStation
PlayStation.
6 came out?
Ever
No.
since the government gave you the PS5, you won't even take your kids to the park.
That's true. That's true. It's gonna keep him in the house, but
Oh.
it ain't gonna stop him from nagging. Yeah. Do y'all notice that? It's a. Can y'all see that? I'll ask early. Can y'all see the AI say something down there?
No.
I guess I'm the only one that see it. So that's some new stuff they added on TikTok. Like the AI it's listening to what we saying. So right now it say
Oh
fathers needed
wow.
discuss family issues.
Ew.
Oh, that's scary.
Why is
Yeah.
AI listening? Like,
I
Yeah.
don't like
why do
AI.
we
AI.
even really need AI?
Well, I
They
think it's
always
like the
listening.
preview,
Can't
right? It's
stop.
the preview for like when, like, if you're watching someone's live from the outside, like it just shows you the boxes and then it gives you like a synopsis of what they're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah,
Freaky.
but this some new stuff. I don't know what this some new stuff. AI, I mean, this thing I ain't never seen until like today. Like they
Oh,
got
for
AI
real?
just like it just actually know what you talking about or probably looking at. Because all my thing is say what it say fathers needed, but it was saying different stuff like deadbeats. I'm like I never
Fathers.
wrote deadbeat on it. It must have read my prompt. I was like, how the heck
I'm
AI is
sorry, I'm
getting too
laughing.
good now.
Said fathers.
Yeah, it's nothing in my comments that says deadbeat, but the AI can hear us. So
Oh
okay,
god.
so we got anybody else before I let the two newcomers come in?
No one else? Well, I'm trying to hear Jay's answer.
Let's see if she got. Yeah, I want to
Who
hear.
said hers is rough?
Yeah, it's real rough.
Yeah. I'm ready for that. Right? I'm sure.
I was gonna say a variety of things. I think I was gonna say, how can we keep fathers in the house? I was gonna say keep it very traditional by standing on the word of God. Commitment is you have to be sacrificing, and that's willing to build legacy. Also, I was gonna say to keep the government out of our business. They have a lot of say so in why fathers aren't in the house. I would say tending more towards our black communities and black and brown communities, I would say. But those are my two, like my main two, is keep it traditional on God's word and keep the government on our business.
That's a good one.
That's okay. I know she got called pick me too
Wait,
on it.
what?
So
Wait, how do you keep the government out your business?
Um, I mean, that's a very broad. What I'm saying, keep the government out of our business. That's very broad, honestly. Just from what we've experienced from years and years and years of trauma and systematic injustice, they don't never want to get. They always want to control us. I feel like a lot of times. Well, I'm gonna just speak from experience because I know this is not everybody's situation. We all are in different cities, but I know most of the times in my hoods or where I grew up in Chicago, you got a lot of women who have government assistance, and I've done my research on the government assistance that a lot of these women are on, and one of the biggest factors is that there can be no men in the house. And when I realized, and I also work in housing, and a lot of these women, I would say, have Section 8 vouchers, right? And the one stipulation is you cannot have a man in your house. It don't matter if it's an uncle, your baby daddy, your brother, it can be no man in the house. And when I'm coming into these homes of women and lots of children and boys and girls, but boys, it's like, why would you choose to be a partner with the government and not with a man who can help you, take care of your children or create a family or a legacy? So I
Isn't
think
it a little outdated?
what is
A man is not supposed to be in a household
No,
at
no, it's
all.
no, that's still a stipulation. Now, have they been very lenient before, like back in the 80s and 70s and 60s and 90s?
Well, they
Yes,
wasn't
are very
lenient back
lenient
then
now.
because
So I have a question, right? I agree with everything you're saying, Jay, but I think there's women out there, for me working in healthcare for a long time, there's women that go through domestic abuse and domestic violence. So it's like different. I feel like sometimes they have to get away from the man. So sometimes women are put in those positions. So I always give people grace because I've seen people from all walks of life. It's not that some people want to be on that, but I feel like sometimes they have to be because they don't have any help, they don't have any support or community.
hmm
Um, yeah,
I
but I
so
agree with you, Jay. I agree with a lot of the stuff you said.
Right. So like Auntie said earlier, two things can coexist at the same time, right?
Right.
You have situations where women need to be on Section 8 vouchers or they need help with assistance because they're trying to get out of domestic situations. That is 100% true. My mother was in a domestic situation as well, and she got assistance, and that kept us from my domestic father, right? But then
Right.
you also have situations where women are not in domestic situations and they would rather take the assistance and not build the family or the legacy because it's easier and more comfortable to do. So
Right.
that is what I mean by when I say keep the government out of our business. Now, just thinking systematically, the government is always going to be in black and brown business because they want to control us, right? And it's up to us mentally and emotionally to make that decision to not put them in our business. So I don't want to speak too much on that because there are people out here who do need the real assistance and the help. And I don't want to make it seem as if I'm coming off as judgmental, because God could put me in a situation where I may need that assistance. You feel me? So I just
Right.
wanted to speak on that topic just very broadly.
Hey, even we do know legal marriage. That's almost like
Yep, that too.
yeah. But
Legal
I get
marriage.
you though. You just saying basically like kind of
There's people that abuse it. Yep.
trying, yeah. Basically, yeah, trying to like limit, trying to be less dependent on the government. Like we've been talking about that a couple lives ago and stuff.
Yes.
You don't try to want to live your whole life dependent. That's why people getting sick right now in November. Oh my gosh, just don't stuff like that. But you should have been prepared for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be so
Exactly.
dependent on it. So I get what you're
Exactly.
saying.
It's supposed to be a step up, not a permanent life choice.
Yeah.
exactly.
You see that intergenerationally too,
So I gotta let the two brothers in real quick. They haven't said anything yet. I think was it Perception first and then Solo? I believe so. All right, thanks, man. Perception, what you got for me?
So that's something I think about a lot. Actually, I think about communities. I think that we've lost a lot of community in America in general, and I truly believe that it takes a community to raise a child, right? Because if a community raises a child, that community typically will raise that child to be respectful. But I think the question you really have to ask is, why don't fathers want to stay, right? Because if a father can't afford it, right, you look at wealthier neighborhoods, wealthier families, the father typically stays. And the real difference there is one is capable and one is not capable, right? Like there's things that just are harder to do if you don't have enough money, or if you don't have a familial support network, right? You don't have grandparents to watch your kids. You have to get a babysitter, right? So you sacrifice freedom when you have a kid, and you also sacrifice more money when you have a kid, right? Because you got an extra mouth to feed. And now you can't just go and do the things you want to do because you got to, who's going to watch the kiddo, right? Personally, I think that communal daycares and stuff like that, I think that everybody should be, I think you need to encourage people to want to have kids. People don't really want to have kids right now, typically, because it's too expensive. And when you have somebody who's younger and they're having children and they have their whole life ahead of them, if they're not ready to be a father, they're probably not going to want to stick around. Now, if they can still have fun and be a father, and it doesn't take away from their capability of being a provider, right? They can work a job, they can hire a babysitter, right? They can do both things at once. I think more than likely you would have more people winding up, staying in the family, staying fathers, being involved in their kids' life.
All right, Solo, what you got for me?
What's going on? I think fathers in the household is extremely important because the man is supposed to implement structure and discipline within the household. If your mom says go to bed and the kid, get mouthy with her, don't listen, the father has to step up and say, hey, get your ass in the bed, do what your mama said. So I feel like it's extremely important for the man to be the leader of the household and for the kids to see that. And he should be there to back up the woman. I used to work in an intensive treatment program with kids who had mental issues, but some of them, they just didn't have a dad in the household, and I've seen how they turned out. And that's just, lack of that male figure in the house. So I think it's extremely important for a male to be present, because I've seen what happened to the kids who didn't have a father in the home. They either end up in the system, in juvenile hall, and then sometimes the girls end up getting pregnant at 13, 14 years old. So I think that's a big part of the father not being in the household is a cause for how these kids are ending up. And then a lot of it is like foundational. Like you got to gain that child's respect when a child is young. That's when it starts. Sometimes, if you try to wait until they're teenagers, it's too late. If they don't respect you at 1, 2, 3 years old, they're not going to respect you when they're teenagers.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that this one person, she would have said something. Yeah, you gotta get them from 1 through 5. Yeah, somebody would get that.
Meet me at the police
Yeah, my
station.
baby already knows she's what I'm talking about. She's blocked. Sorry, no. All right, so everybody went in. So open panel, y'all. What time is it? Yeah, y'all
Well,
got
babe,
2
you didn't tell us how you don't have any idea how we can keep fathers in the house.
Oh, me? Oh, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Speak your mind.
PS5. Say less. All right, I'm done now. I'm talking shit. But I would say so how can we actually? Because I'm gonna open up some doors. I'm gonna answer all of them, but I'll answer from backwards, right? How can we keep fathers in the house? I would say I think I was thinking about it from a different angle, as in like knowing the type of person you're with. See if this person even a father figure from the beginning and stuff. Like in holding each other, basically making sure. No, not making sure. What am I trying to say? Basically, getting I'm trying to keep it away from the person. I'm trying to see like what can the other person do. So basically, they they play their part to make their part. I mean, have their partner. Basically make it easy for their partner, right? I would say that. That way they don't have to go through the loop. Don't have no entitlement. A lot of gratitude. I think men love. Shoot, if I know I love it a lot. I think no. Actually, when I hear men issue, it's a lack of gratitude. I don't think a lot. It's more entitlement behind anything. You a man, you got to do this and all that stuff. So I think gratitude will also
and appreciation would kind of help keep them there. It show them that they need it and that they're seen and felt and all the other stuff or whatever. So I think that can help keep them in the house. Um, that like we was talking about before, that like less nagging and actually uplifting and motivating them. That can help keep them in the house. Um, but I mean, those are things I could say that you could at least try to help. Uh, what's the word? Influence, help, not influence, help. I guess motivate, persuade, or just basically help out, help, influence them. I guess to keep them in the house. If they do it, they don't. But they're two different humans. I get it, right? But I was just saying, like tactics, because people tend to, they don't have nothing to say for the most part. Do missing fathers create YNs? I would, me myself, from my perspective, I think if we just talking about like kids that just grew up in the hood and had this hood type mentality and is get it by any means and all that stuff, I do believe it's missing fathers. They create that because a lot of times the kid, especially if it's a young man, he's going to basically try to take the father's place. So he gonna do whatever it takes to try to make up for what the father didn't bring to the table. So he got to be. They kind of brought him up to be the man of the house, right? A little boy got to be the man of the house that quick already and don't even know what a man is. You see what I'm saying? So I think stuff like that, yes, it make him kind of take on these like the street life, and like I say, get it by any means necessary to help shit. Make sure I help my mom. That's the reason why that one dude came with that song. Well, mama, don't worry, you raised the gangster. I believe a lot of mama don't worry heads is out there. I think it started off from without the father being in the house. That's why they had this thing against him. So yes, I believe a lot of the times, yes, majority of YNs come from fathers not being in the home.
Isn't that why they came up with Papa was a Rolling Stone?
Yep.
Yeah, true. Appreciate you for the gifts. Okay, and then Wire Fathers. I'm gonna try to make this quick so y'all can have something, because I'll be saying some stuff and probably store y'all up real quick. Wire Fathers important. I like what kind of basically what Solo was saying. I was hoping more people was gonna say that. Kind of get of what like specific jobs you think the father should have, or what they should bring to apply to the table. Thanks, baby. My baby, I love the rose. I love what's up from her. I would say just like Solo said, he brings the authority. I believe, like I believe women should stay more in a nurturing type situation instead of having to play the authoritative and the nature at the same time, to so don't be so much, because I think like one should be different from both sides. I don't think one person should be both. You know what I'm saying? At times, yes, it should be a backup, like how lions do, right? Most of the time they probably, you'll see the woman probably be with the kids and stuff, but when the man ain't around, then of course she gonna have to take care of the kids. She gonna have to defend the kids. She gonna have to play hey, I gotta fight, fight stuff up. But majority of the time you probably see the male doing all the fighting and all the protection and the providing and stuff or whatever. So I just look at it that way. Like it should be, everybody should have their primary thing to make the balance no one person should be doing both things. That's the whole point of what's the point of having a partner for everything to be on one person. If not, why can mothers? I don't believe mothers can do it on their own. I don't think no parent can do it on their own. They always going to look for some assistance anyway. So I guess that's like a trick question in a way. Now I'm thinking about it, but the fact that people try to convince themselves they do it on their own, but then again they yelling about child support and what they ain't getting from there. I thought you was doing it on your own. You asked for the government. So no, it's not no such thing as doing it on your own. It's just this delusion that a lot of women act like, and they don't realize what they're saying. And then, like I said, with the topic itself, I do believe it's more people that just can't get along than deadbeats. Deadbeats, I think it was way more deadbeats back in the day that was running away and don't want their kids on stuff. I think more men want their kids today, and they just can't get along with the baby mama, so they just either they could be taking it out on the kids, but I don't even think that. I think a lot of them not even letting them see their kids, because it's about them and their feelings and what I think is best for my child. And if you can't be a good man to me, then you're not going to be a good man to my kids, stuff like that. I think that's what's going on most of the time than the actual deadbeats. And like I said, if they can't get them the amount of money that they ask for, then they're going to be look at it as, nah, you're a deadbeat because you can't do what I want you to do. So there you go, y'all. Y'all got all my stuff. So open panel.
I think Paris wanted to answer the last two. Was that you,
Okay.
Paris?
Yes.
Go ahead. Hon.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, I didn't answer the last two. So, how can we keep the fathers in the house? I think that it's a lot of reasons why fathers are not in the house. However, I think that this whole era of independent woman, this whole era of social media, portraying 304s as that's the thing now. Girls like they pimping YNs and so this whole era of selfishness, I
Oh,
think play a major factor. Um, in order to get the family back together, we're gonna have to start from round one, root one, go back to the roots. And that's teaching our girls how to be more of a virtuous woman.
Yes.
We have to teach our
oh,
girls how to vet properly. We have to teach our girls that being a virgin is not a bad thing. And so we have to make these things back normal again. We also have to teach our young men responsibility.
mm-hmm.
Um, so like now, young men, they don't work. They just out on the streets, have fun, whatever else they, doing social media. So there's no responsibility anymore, for the young men. And they also need to know how to vet. They need to know how to vet these young girls. They need to
Mm-hmm.
know when they see a 304 to run instead of be attracted to it.
Right.
So I think we need to start back with the foundation of what a healthy family looks like, and then train our children to be those qualities again, like the feminine woman. I speak to like on panels and stuff about feminine, and that's a trigger word for a lot of women. Why I gotta suck up to men? Why I gotta do this? Why I gotta? That's the reason why. The little attitude you got. Um, but
Yes.
when I say feminine, I don't mean you have to wear pink and speak softly. Angelique is a feminine woman. So you have to learn what a feminine quality is first off. Second of all, being
Yeah.
calm back and always want to argue, have the last word, or defend yourself is not a feminine quality. You have to learn how to listen. Women can get anything out of a man, or persuade a man to do anything. It's a way of doing it, and we lost that art, and that's that feminine soft character that we have, that we can touch a man in a way that they'll be submissive to us in a good way. They'll want to spoil you. They'll want to, listen to, even if it's crazy, okay, we'll do it this time. Um, so you don't have to argue. You don't have to over voice him or have the last word. So we have to learn that, because we don't see that enough in the households anymore. And it's the reason why, a lot of women, became single parents, and now they're working, and they're trying to tend to the home, and they picked up a lot of masculine traits, and now they're trying to compete with the men in the workforce. And so I get it, I get it, but we need to go backwards and start all over. Um,
Facts. That's go good.
Mm-hmm.
the Do missing fathers create YNs? I think it's a combination of missing fathers and social media. Reason why I say that
Ooh.
is because missing fathers, the young men have no role model. They don't have a father to look up to, back in the days, they will want to make their fathers proud of them. So they'll do certain things. They no longer have that anymore. So the father is not being involved in their life plays a factor, but also social media, because now that they don't have the father, they're influenced by what they see, and they're seeing all the other guys on social media out here doing all kinds of wildlife stuff, and they think that they've been, for one, we've been desensitized to the shenanigans and now they adapt that as normal. So they're doing a lot of behaviors that they probably wouldn't normally do if they had a father in the home guiding them in the right directions. That's it.
Nice.
That was awesome.
Thanks, love.
What y'all got? Y'all got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. I'm calling it. Open
No, I
panel.
liked everything she said.
Facts.
Yeah, and I think, again, getting back to, and you kind of alluded to it, host, when what I was trying to say is that when you do choose someone that's similar to the way that you were raised,
Mm-hmm.
because then that's half the battle of getting along, because you'll be able to understand each other. You know what I mean? The moral value of things, and how you want your children raised.
People gotta learn what that's a big thing with unconditional love. They gotta learn what that really is for real. That's a super big thing, man. Cause like I said, people really do be falling in love with people for what people do for them and not for who they are. That's the big
Yeah.
thing. So they have to, you gotta like literally go past it, because it can feel good. It can like, man, they do this for me. They kiss that and they do that and hug me and they they talk to me nice and all that stuff or whatever. But then you just look, all that make you look past the actual character though. That'd be the issue. What's up, sis, down there, Kelsey? What you been up to? What up? Long time. Man, yeah, I ain't letting nobody.
What days you get on here, Laugh? Because I'm about to get off. What days y'all be up here? Because I'll come back on. Oh, hello?
Oh, I don't know. He might have got a phone call, but we're normally here every day except for Tuesdays. He's at church with his mother. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. Around like 6:30. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this panel because they don't be snapping on some panels. They be snapping. I'd be like, what is going on?
Oh, I know. They're so mean to each other.
Yes. But sometimes you'll just get on and they be snapping it. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, we try our best.
I like
to be
this
patient.
one. Yep.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, me and my baby, we always have conversations later, and we're like, sometimes people have to process information, so we don't want to push too much like all at once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Like we really try to practice to be patient, let people get it out. I mean, we're not perfect, but we really do get off the panels and then we like have a conversation of like, wow, we're so happy we were patient and we got to listen to somebody's story.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, we
You know what? And I want to say to you guys to keep up the good work. I love, just the chemistry you guys have and that you show it on here. Because I'm sure you'll get a wave of younger women and men, and they don't see this a lot on social media. They don't see, two couples being able to be affectionate and passionate with each other
Yeah.
in a positive way. So that's good that you guys do that and show that even on the panel.
Yes, that's awesome.
Thank you. We really like that. Luckily we're so aligned. Like we are like incredibly aligned and like it's like a weird twinish way. It's weird, but it's amazing to have found somebody that align with you. Makes things a lot easier. Yeah, but thank y'all. I think his phone died. I'm
All
pretty
right,
sure.
guys. I'll see you next time.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night, y'all. I'm gonna wait for my baby to come back. I
Matter
know
of
he
fact,
gonna.
he need to drop us because he said we don't get our coins if I'm joking.
Ah! He said y'all gonna be sitting here.
Right, right.
He ain't dropping
So I'm
nobody.
joking.
No. All right. Good night. I'll
Good
drop you.
night.
All right, Solo. Good night. Oh dang! I thought I dropped her. Oh, let me see. Oh, it won't let me because Kev's not here. Okay, well, good night. I'm just okay. Well, he just gonna have to come back and end it. I knew you'd be back.
Wow. I came back.
I said
Everybody
I'm gonna wait
gone.
for my baby to come back. No, they were just, they were just bigging you up and saying how wonderful your panel is, and
Oh.
yeah, just seeing us interact with one another,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I told them that we do work hard to be more patient with people on the panel, so we're not just barking back at each other and letting people process information.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Yeah, we actually care. We're not
Right.
perfect, but we care.
Right. Say that again.
Mm-hmm.
Which I came back to at least do that.
Right. Show enough. From 0 to 5 is the age that you should really.
Oh my. I was like, oh my. I gotta block her again.
Oh my gosh. All right, babe. All right, yeah. Good night, y'all. So, okay, babe. Oh, wait, get on that camera, boy.
You said
What?
what?
No. I said, get on that camera. I see a little line up on the side.
You can see me. Oh, the camera on? Oh, this thing would have got me. It's just black on my screen.
Oh, snap.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm scared. I could have been picking my nose and I would have been worse than no Cordell Stewart.
You were past,
Dang, that's crazy work.
a little. Yo,
I was wondering why
I
you were
gotta
saying
play
it.
that back. I gotta play that back and here. I can't believe I missed it.
Man, this
No.
thing tripping.
It still looks
It's
black on your screen.
It's all black on my. Hold up.
It's probably just gonna end it. Now you just froze. Oh my! You might as well just end it.
Yeah, let me do that right. I don't know what it's exposing now. I'm scared.
All right, baby.
I was wondering why you were saying that. I'm like, what the? I was like, I'm about to get up. I ain't about to cam up. And you like, you camped up already?
You could have been doing anything. Oh man.
Boy.
Sitting on the
Picking
toilet.
my nose, scratching my. They was like, I ain't coming back again. What the heck is he doing? So,
I wouldn't
right,
be back
baby.
if that happened. If they caught me sitting on the toilet, I wouldn't be back on TikTok for another year.
He said, I'm gonna take a breather before they. Did y'all forget? Oh, y'all didn't forget? I'll wait for another year.
You gonna always be the toilet booty man.
All right, the booty warrior.
Oh no! There's only one booty warrior.
Right. I like you.
And I want ya. All right, my love.
All right, babe.
All right, love you.
Love you too, babe.
Mwah. Later.
All right. TT came in all late. It's bedtime. We sleep. Go to bed.